Farah that we know is out now. Farah is out on the board for the offensive team, swim team. I am Jeffy sitting on that Lucio. We got Drippin' Paint coming in on the Genji. Wow, pal. On that Farah up top. Retrospect on the Zarya. We got Farinko sitting on that Zenyatta and Breakfast on the Reinhardt. Offense already making their way to the point. They're starting to get this thing contested already. Wowpow gets the first pick though for swim team, the defending team. Breakfast combining with him to take out Addison Davis. Then he swings around, gets Ace Louis, Drippin' Paint chiming in to take out Todd the Goose. And it is all defense right now as Breakfast and Drippin' Paint continue their onslaught here.
I believe that's offense actually.
It is offense. I kind of switched up on my mind for some reason. Swim team coming on strong on the offense.
We're seeing Farahs on both sides having huge impacts here, especially on the first capture point.
It definitely is. Definitely we didn't see the kind of defense out of Sinful that we saw before with the Soldier. I know we saw it before. They did really good. We've also saw it from the swim team side of things with the Soldier kind of on defense, keeping the Farahs at bay. We're not seeing it here. Farinko getting the first pick for the side of swim team. The offense taking it to the defense here as it's all blue in the kill feed. Breakfast, Drippin' Paint, Retro, all combining for kills. Breakfast really strong on that. Reinhardt gets two more here. He's after the Genji. They end up taking him out. Wowpow finishing him off with the rocket. And swim team looks very dominant. Here comes the breakdown out of the defensive team and a heal coming out. Wowpow immediately noticing that, taking the rockets to them. Breakfast gets a kill as well, and he picks up another one. That is that's a 4-3 victory for the side of swim team.
Yeah, really great job on them on that offense. They had the ult advantage from taking the 8 points so quickly, and the defense just had no chance with that the Dragon Blade, I think it was, that got in there and got a couple picks.
Right. Just very good victory for swim team. Kind of a little bit surprising. I don't know who thought swim team would be the winners. I don't know who thought Sinful would be the winners. Swim team, very strong team. They took Otaku the distance earlier in some matches, and they took a couple other teams as well. So nobody sleep on swim team. Very strong team. So that's your play of the game right there, guys. We are going to be going to match number 2 now. Swim team taking that 2-0. No, that was the first map. I don't know what that was the second, wasn't it?
Yeah, I think that was the second one. Yeah, it was 2-0.
Yeah. Okay. So very strong showing coming out of swim team. Sorry guys, I'm a little sick, so I had a little bit of medication today, but we're gonna make this work either way. Sinful, very good game to you guys. Swim team, very strong showing coming out so far. Let's check in with the Twitch chat right now and see what's going on over there. I see a lot of swim team's a strong team, hashtag swim teams. Yep, I mean, they are a strong team, definitely.
Yeah, I'm seeing that they actually say they beat Otaku earlier today, so that's pretty impressive. We heard from Evan Mario last night saying that Otaku's a team to watch, so it's pretty impressive they got that win.
Definitely. All right, so next up we're going to be seeing Otaku come in here against Sinful, and they are already making their way into the lobby. So a little bit of history about Otaku in the OGCC. I think they finished at like 4-3. Was their final record, but I know they took a lot of time to prepare themselves for the upcoming Gauntlet. They have been doing nothing but practice, so look out for Otaku. Sinful, obviously, with a strong showing, so look out for Sinful as well. I have no idea which way this one's going to tilt. What do you think, Twitch chat? Give us a hashtag Sinful, hashtag Otaku. Let us see where you weigh in on the situation here. Map pool tonight, Route 66. Route 66 is going to be the first map, followed by the loser's choice of Hanamura and Dorado. Pretty excited to see Route 66. What about you?
Yeah, definitely. It's something that we almost never get to see in competitive play, but I like seeing this map. It's a really interesting one. A lot of teams have very unique strats on this first point for the defense, and I'm curious to see how they're going to play it.
Definitely. So both teams loading in right now, and we are going to be taking it straight in pretty quickly. I see a couple hashtags coming out already. We got Sinful in the chat being repped right now. Did someone say hashtag Otaku? Yes, sir. Otaku hashtagged. Gotta love it. Otaku. That's quite funny. I didn't think of that one. Mr. Brett in the chat laying it down for us, giving us a little bit of, comedic material to work with, I guess. We appreciate that for sure. So we got a little bit of check-in also with Twitch. We're sitting at about 276 viewers. So those of you viewing, we appreciate it. And we look forward to bringing you quality content from this point forward. We do see the Overguard social media screen is up right now. We got the YouTube /the Overguard. There's our Twitter @the Overguard. And of course, /r/the Overguard for our Reddit. Sponsors are Matcherino, Loot Crate, and Battlefy. Commissioner of the league sitting here is Swaggy Brett Yo. He's in the chat. Everybody say a what's up to Swaggy Brett Yo. He's the commissioner. This is brought to you by produced by Mr. Dirty Vegas, and I am Gozy, your lead commentator, and we have Hawkeye in here as my co-caster.
Yeah,
so that's a little bit of the rundown.
You were just talking about Brett providing some comedic relief, and he says, I'm here for one word, guys. One word, comedic relief. So there you go.
Yeah, there you go. One word, right? I'm glad he knows how to count. Oh, I'm sorry. I guess I didn't update my Twitch. We are sitting at 294 viewers currently. So those of you that are here, we appreciate it. We know we're not the only show in town right now. I know there's some other stuff going on, but we are the console place. So stay here, hit that follow button if you love all things console Overwatch, or if you love Overwatch in general and you just want quality content. We're not going to haze you out just because you like one over the other. We're not like that over here at the Overguard. We love everybody equally. We're just gamers looking to have some fun.
All right, it's looking
like
weird.
Would you agree with that? Would you agree with that sentiment there, Hawkeye?
Absolutely. And speaking of fun, we got a Torbjorn here on defense. Probably not going to stay, but we can dream, right?
No, he needs to come out on that.
Oh yeah, but he
definitely needs to come out on that. I have heard of teams. I have heard of teams starting to, play with the idea of Torb in their lineup. So that is something that we could see. Yes, that is something that we could see very soon. Be ready for that. I mean, we've also got other strategies with some unknown characters, or not really unknown, but very lightly used, I guess, characters. So be looking forward to seeing those coming out.
Yep,
Sinful.
I'm waiting to see the Bastions.
Oh, yeah. Get some more Protect the Prez going on, right? Get behind that shield, get the Winston out, throw another shield down, get the Mercy. Gotta love that kind of stuff. Throw an orb on him, whatever, right? Sinful coming out on the offense first. Yeah, no problems whatsoever. Otaku, the defending team here in the blue. We got Schick sitting on that Tracer. Hojin on the Lucio. Silent on the Zarya. Wispy, Sunny Pines on the Zenyatta. We got Dizzy Ms. Lizzie on that Soldier. And Osek on the Reinhardt for the defensive or offensive side of the house. Offensive side of the house, which is Sinful in the red. We got the Cavs on the Reinhardt. Galactic SSJ on that Roadhog, the fat man himself. Ace Louie on the Genji. Addison Davis up in the skies, holding it down on the Pharah. Nefara up there with him, giving him a little bit of support with that Pharmacy on the Mercy, and Todd the Goose on that Lucio. Pushing in, we've already moved this payload about 51 meters before the first real team interaction is going on. Otaku putting up a strong defense, pushing Sinful back a little bit off the payload. First pick is going to be going towards the side of Sinful as Addison Davis rains the fire onto Schick, who was on the Tracer. Dizzy Ms. Lizzie in a little bit of trouble in the back, running for his life on that Soldier, ends up getting away, getting full health. Charge coming out from Cavs, ends up hitting Osek. He ends up surviving as well. Dizzy doing his job on that Soldier, takes out Addison Davis. Ace Louie on the Genji, following up, taking out Osek. Here comes a big Earth Shatter coming out from the offensive side of the house. Into it, Schick taking out the Lucio for the side of Sinful here. And it is just all blue at this point. Schick and Dizzy combining for 2 more kills for the side of Otaku, the defending team. They finish off the remainder of the offense. Addison Davis is up the air, putting a little bit of pressure down, but Silent finish off. Galactic's gonna end that real quick. What's up, Brett? You're in the chat. You're talking to me. What's up, man?
All right, we're gonna have a couple ults available for this next push for the offense, so let's see if they can make them work. There is one available for defense, which is the Zarya ult, so that could be big for a team wipe.
It definitely could. And did somebody say tacos? I think they did. Defense putting up some good work here as they push the remainder of the team off. I think Dizzy, Ms. Lizzie, is just putting in the work on that soldier. Schick throwing out that pulse bomb, does pick out too. Immediately, we see Sinful on the defense, pop that Mercy res up and bring his team back. Ace Louis gets out his, or doesn't even get out his Dragon Blade. I'm sorry, I almost called that one wrong. He picks up 2 kills without it. Osek immediately getting a kill onto Kevis. Then we get Ace Louis finally pop the Dragon Blade out. He finishes off Hojin. He's on the hunt for more, but there's nobody left. Sinful pushes the payload. They end up getting off of it a little bit here. If they were to sit on it, they would cap it. And they finally realize that, and they push it in. Ace Louis a little bit on the hunt here as he follows up, trying to chase the soldier down, who is Dizzy Ms. Lizzie.
Yeah, Dizzy Ms. Lizzie was actually able to get a pick on the Pharah, but the Pharah got rezzed up once his the Mercy used her res on a full team wipe after the Zarya ult and got the Pharah as well. So it got canceled out. But I'm looking to see if Dizzy can continue to shut down the Pharah.
You know, it's something that he's been doing very well thus far. I mean, we automatically, as soon as you see Addison Davis, I wanted you to look at it. As soon as we see Addison Davis go up in the air, or Nefari for that matter, we automatically see that Discord orb on one of the 2 of them, and then the pain coming to him. We do get a breakdown out of Sinful to try to keep off a little bit of the pressure that came from Dizzy Ms. Lizzie's tactical visor. They end up surviving through that for Todd the Goose to take out Wispy Sunnypine. Otherwise, it is back and forth. Addison Davis finishing off Osek, then Schick levels the playing field as he takes out the remainder of the competition. The Cavs and Todd, the latest victim. Dizzy coming in strong, takes Ace out, and we still have Addison Davis in the back, but Schick on that Tracer finishes him off.
Yeah, big scatter team fight right there. Eventually goes in favor of the defense for Otaku. So now we're going to have to come back. Once again, we're going to see a big ult advantage from the offense, though, so they have a chance right now to make a big push.
Right, they definitely do. I'm loving seeing this pharmacy coming out between Addison Davis and Nefari. Nefari probably going to tuck around a little bit more and play a little bit defensive on that Mercy now to be able to save that res for when he needs it. Not get himself in a compromising position where he's not able to bring his team back, because that's just no good right there. That was a pretty good kill coming out of Galactic and Ace Louis. They finished off 2, Addison Davis, and then Galactic chiming in for 2 more as they finish the rest off. Here comes Addison Davis, finish off 1 more. Last one on the field is Schick. He ends up getting away and surviving, but Addison Davis is on the hunt to try to find him. And he finds him. Here comes the damage. He ends up avoiding. He's on the payload, stalling out a little bit. I think Schick is doing an amazing job right now. He's going to go into the back, try to get that rear health back. Big ult from Addison Davis. He ends up taking out 2, and he gets a 3rd. Dizzy, he ends up getting taken out by O-Silent. Payload is still moving forward right now. Ace Louis coming on strong, taking Schick out in the back. I think that was probably the greatest move that they could do at this point. Schick in the back is just a ton of damage.
Yeah, and that was a really good ult from Addison to just zone him out there, not let him get back to the payload, just contest it at the very end. They were able to make that first team fight stick with just 1 ultimate. I think they only used the Roadhog ult, so they saved a lot, and they still have 3 available.
Well, they used the Roadhog and they used Addison Davis's on that one, but you know, coming into this last push, they are going to have the res, they're going to have the breakdown. They've got Ace Louis and the Cavs still up as well, so they're going to be able to make a big charge coming in here unless Otaku can do something about it. Here comes the breakdown out of Sinful. They end up getting it off before the Earth Shatter comes down, but Wispy, Sunnypines, and Osek combined for 2 kills, living through it by the grace of their Lucio. Otaku is just bringing the pain right now. Wispy, Sunnypines finishes off Ace Louis. They're on the hunt to take out Todd the Goose, and they get him. Osek finishes off Nefari, so no res, no sir, not today. Schick in the back takes out the Cavs, and that's going to end that offensive push from Sinful side of the house.
Yeah, they're able to combo a couple ults right there and get a big team fight. There's only 45 seconds left, and there's ults available on defense still, so it's going to be tough to see. It's going to be tough for the offense to push this in.
Right, they do have to fight through that transcendence from Otaku to be able to do much from it. They've also got a little bit of help from the soldier throwing down his grenade a little bit to get a little bit of the healing out. Nefari taking a little bit of damage. We do got Addison Davis with his ult up. Look to see that coming out pretty quick, but Schick answering very quickly for the side of Otaku as he gets 2 kills right there. Big res coming in from Sinful to bring the team back, only to die again. Sorry, guys. Sorry, no zombies in this life. Schick finishing off canvas. Addison Davis up top, raining the fire. He only picks up 1 with that before he is taken out by Schick. I think that Tracer is doing more work than the soldier is at this point in regards to taking out that Pharah.
Yeah, I definitely think that's true, especially since the Pharah can't go up too high right now. The Tracer is going to be an effective counter in this interior area.
Well, here we go, guys. Final waning second to the match. Overtime timer is ticking down. Here comes the breakdown out of Hoshin. Both Earth Shatters have been used. It's blue in the kill feed as Schick gets 2 picks right there. Sek follows up, raining in the Reinhardt as he takes out Cavs. Dizzy Ms. Lizzy raining the bullets out of his little gun there. Takes out Nefari and OSilent, finishing him off to take that 2-point hold. I think that was a great hold from Otaku right at the end.
It really was. They held them and delayed them a little bit at every checkpoint, even though they were giving them up for the first 2. But they were doing a good job pretty much the whole time, I thought.
They definitely were. We're going to switch it up now, guys. We're going to see Sinful sitting on the D. Then we're going to get Otaku on that O. Lineup's going to be solidifying here in about 25 seconds. So let's talk a little bit about what we saw. From that first point, we saw Otaku really defensively holding strong, just like you were saying, and then ultimately they gave it up towards, the waning seconds of it. Sinful able to capitalize on a few mistakes out of Otaku. Second, it was the same thing. Third, same thing. So, I mean, what do you see coming into the offensive side of things for the opposing team now?
Well, what I saw from Sinful was that they were losing the fights at first, but they were saving their ultimates and then using them all at the same time to actually make a push stick. It was costing them a lot of time, but it was effective for the first 2 stages. But ultimately, they just ran out of time in the last point. So I'm not sure what's going to happen for Otaku on offense now. They were winning the fights without the ultimates, I thought, and that Tracer was doing a lot of work. So I think we'll probably see it again from Schick. And I look for that to really cause a big impact and help them win this match, this round.
Right, definitely. So, but let's take a little transition though, and go ahead and talk about Sinful a little bit here. I'm sorry, let's talk about Otaku a little bit here. We've already seen a match from the side of Sinful, so Otaku kind of new to the whole scene of what we're viewing here. What did you see out of them? I know we've talked about Schick, we've talked about Osek a little bit. He's a very dominant Reinhardt. Schick, obviously, an amazing Tracer. What else do you really see out of this Otaku team that's making them, come on strong and be able to hold Sinful to 2?
I was seeing some really strong DPS play coming out of the Tracer and the Soldier. That was really what impressed me the most.
Right. So leading into this, guys, we are going to have the first pick as it's a little bit of Lucio on Lucio action. Hojin for the side of Otaku gets the better into that deal, taking Nefari out. Nefari no longer on that Mercy, has switched off to the Lucio. Lineups are going to look somewhat like this. We got Schick sitting on the Tracer, Hojin on that Lucio, Osek on the Reinhardt, Dizzy Lizzy still on that Soldier, very strong Soldier. Wispy Sunny Pines on the Zenyatta and OSilent on that Zarya. Picks are coming out from both sides right now. Kind of an even exchange at this point. Osek and OSilent, the latest getting kills for the side of Otaku. Schick chiming in and OSilent again. Very quick time being posted right now for Otaku. A lot faster than we saw coming out from the side of Sinful.
Yeah, Sinful was never able to actually get themselves on the payload. They were trying to take the high ground, and it just didn't work out for them. Otaku was able to win the fight, even from the lower positioning, and they were just never stopped at all for that first push.
With that initial pick that we saw from Hojin taking out Nefari, that I think made a huge impact. Getting that Lucio out of the game early for your opposing team, that couldn't be more detrimental to what you've got going on the defense. You lose that payload presence, you lose the heals, you lose all of that, and obviously it's going to affect his ultimate ability in the rest of this game here. Graviton Surge does come out from Sinful. They get them all picked up in there, but Schick answers very quickly, taking out 2, and he picks up a 3 pieces. He finishes off Nefari, Wispy, and Schick combining for 2 more kills. Last ones remaining end up escaping. Payload continues moving forward. 3.5 minutes still on the clock.
Yeah, we're just seeing dominance coming out of Otaku right now. This is a really impressive bit of offense.
Well, they've got to be careful. Wispy Sunny Pines has been spotted up top by Galactic. He's going to fall to those bullets. Galactic does take him out, so advantage on this one might go to Sinful as they've already got 1 out. Here comes the fire at will, the Graviton Surge. They are all caught in it. Dizzy does take out 1. We had a tactical visor going off in the top from Galactic. He got picked off by Schick. Here comes the Transcendent stall from Sinful, trying to buy off a little bit of time. But I think ultimately that was a wasted one. Should have saved that one for the remainder of the game here.
Yeah, the whole team for Otaku is playing really well right now, but once again, Schick has really shown his dominance on this Tracer.
He definitely is. He's got his pulse bomb up too, so look to see that coming out. And we do see some lineup changes as well. Dizzy Ms. Lizzy is now off of the Soldier and he's on to the Reaper. So look to see a big impact coming out of a Reaper. We also see a Winston coming out from the side of Sinful as Galactic switches onto that. No real other changes coming out. The Cavs does have his High Noon up in the back. Here comes a breakdown out of Nefari, immediately met by a Transcendence from Otaku. Here comes the team fight. High Noon is in the back. Big Earth Shatter coming out, ends up trapping down Todd the Goose and Addison Davis and Nefari. They end up capitalizing, taking them out. Ace, Louie, and Todd end up falling, and that could be it right here. That is over. Otaku, very dominant gameplay. 3 minutes and 28 seconds remaining on the clock as they took map number 1 here on Route 66. I don't think they could have done anything better. I think Otaku had a very strong showing here. Sinful could have used a little bit better ult usage. We saw him waste a few here and there. Definitely needed to pick up the DPS. We didn't see as much backline pressure as we saw out of Otaku. Nefari gonna pick up the play of the game here. What do you think about the game? Was I pretty accurate in what I said?
Absolutely. Otaku was dominant the entire way through. Their DPS, especially Schick on that Tracer, which is a nightmare for Sinful on defense. And there you see he had 65% kill participation for the Tracer, so that just shows he was in there the entire time.
Sensational!
Definitely was. All right, guys, we're going to be moving it into map number 2 for this matchup between Otaku and Sinful. Obviously, we just saw Otaku take the victory 3-2 versus Sinful. Next up, we're going to get loser's choice, which is Sinful. They're going to either choose Hanamura or Dorado, and they get to pick offense or defense coming into this next map. So we're going to talk a little bit about what we saw on Route 66 and how that's going to go forward into the next map. Obviously, different style map if they choose Hanamura, but if they go with Dorado, we're going to I would say we're going to see what we just saw. What do you think if we go to another payload? Do you think that's an accurate assumption?
Probably. We'll see the same thing, especially out of Otaku, considering they won so dominantly. If we see Hanamura, though, that was the other map choice, right?
Right, it is Hanamura. That is the other map choice.
If it does go to Hanamura, though, I think we'll probably see a difference. Definitely some bays coming out on defense, probably. We'll probably still see the Tracer and the Soldier, though, from Otaku on offense and defense, so they may still be able to dominate on those champions.
Right. They definitely might be able to. I don't know, man. I would like to see us go to Hanamura just so we could get a different style of gameplay out of these two teams. You know, we've seen Sinful on the capture points with their first match being Temple of Anubis, and they played really, really strong. I think they might be able to give Otaku a little bit better run for their money. I don't think they were as aggressive as they were on Temple of Anubis with the payload. I mean, you can't really be because, you know, you got to babysit a payload a little bit here and there, but it is going to be Hanamura. They are going to be on the defense first. That is Sinful on the defense. So we're gonna see what happens with them. I mean, hopefully our assumptions are right and they do play a little bit better on these defend points here.
Yeah, definitely. I think it was a good decision for them to go to Hanamura. Like you said, the first map on that full payload did not go very well for them. So getting this different game mode is probably a good decision.
Right. So back to the chat, guys. What do you think we're gonna see? Is Otaku gonna finish this thing strong and 2-0 Sinful, or are we gonna see Sinful come back and be able to defend here and take the W? So give us a hashtag Sinful, hashtag Otaku in the chat. Let us know, what are your predictions? Where do you see this one kind of going now that you've seen how these teams kind of interact with each other?
Well, I'm not so sure what we're going to be seeing out of Sinful, considering they just lost pretty handily, so they're going to need to make a change, and it looks like they are. They're coming out with the Mei, as we expected, and also the Sombra.
I don't know if you're seeing this. Yeah, I was going to say, I don't know if you're seeing this, but there is a Sombra on the board for the side of Sinful. He's not waiting back in the spawn point. He is up with the team, so... it's anyone's guess as to what's going to happen. This is going to be our first time seeing Sombra here at the Overguard. So very, very exciting time. This is going to be epic. Let's go through the rundown on what's going on here. Sinful is going to be on the defense. We got Addison Davis on that Zarya and Nefari sitting on that Zenyatta. We got Cavs on the Mei. We got Todd the Goose on the Lucio and Galactic SSJ on the Reinhardt and Ace sitting on the Sombra. Otaku side of the house, the offense coming into play here. We got Chick on the Tracer. He's trying to make an immediate impact, and he does. He ends up taking out Ace Louis for the first pick of the game. He's already on the point. They get another one as Silent and Osek combined for 2 more kills. There goes Chick. He gets a third. Taking out Nefari, Osek chiming in. Taking out another one as Todd the Goose falls. Then Dizzy Ms. Lizzie finishing off Addison Davis. That's going to be a very quick first point takeover. The remainder of Otaku's offense looks like this. Wispy Sunny Pines on that Zenyatta. We got Silent on the Zarya. Dizzy Ms. Lizzie sitting on that Soldier. Hojin on the Lucio and Osek on the Reinhardt. This is very quick times coming out of the side of Otaku. What does Sinful have to do here?
Well, they made a change. They switched off the Sombra, and they're now on a Soldier. I think this is a good change because what we saw from them, from Sombra in that first point, was an immediate death to the Tracer. So I think the first attempt was a complete failure.
Right. Very, very small showing so far for the Sombra, unfortunately. Otaku in a little bit of trouble here, but immediately they're answering back and changing my opinion on this one as they get more and more picks here. Addison Davis finishing off Hojin right there. Dizzy Ms. Lizzie does get his tactical visor up, but ends up falling to Addison Davis. Stabilizing is the defense here. Sinful, very good job here on that defense. We saw Otaku really try to push hard to try to make an impact on the point. They were unable to get past Sinful.
Yeah, I definitely like the change to the Soldier. He seemed to do a lot more damage at that time than he was. So I'm looking to see if he can continue to affect these team fights.
Right. So here he goes into the next team fights. They are feeling each other out topside in the back here on Hanamura. I think that Soldier is probably, just like you said, a very good pick. There goes the Pulse Bomb out of Chick, immediately turning the tides to their favor as he takes out Nefari. Then we get Osek dropping the Ace. Here comes the Earth Shatter out as well. They don't get anything from it, but hey, it was a diversionary tactic at best. Wispy Sunny Pines finishes off Kids, and now we got the tactical visor coming out from the side of Otaku and the side of Sinful. Now we get a breakdown out of both teams as well. Todd the Goose initiates his after he heard Hojin drop his. Silent getting the latest pick for the side of Otaku as he finishes one off. Addison Davis, Nefari, Caves all with their ults up for the defending Sinful team. Transcendence is coming out for their side of the house as he keeps his team alive throughout this team fight. Caves getting another pick after another pick. Diz ends up eating the ground, and a big Graviton Surge coming out, trapping the remainder of the team so that Nefari can finish them off.
Yeah, that was a really good one fight. It took a long time for Sinful to win that fight, but Otaku burned a lot of ultimates, and actually that fight lasted so long that they've now charged up a few more. But overall, I was really impressed from Sinful.
Right, they were kind of on their heels a little bit, but I think the Transcendence coming in from Nefari definitely turned the tides to their favor when it came to that team fight specifically. Now we got a little bit of back cap going on from Otaku, trying to get the team off the high ground, and it works. They catch them in a Graviton Surge. Ace and Galactic get 2 picks for the side of Sinful. Here comes the May ult from Sinful to defend the point. They're going to be able to capture Osek in it, but he doesn't freeze. But it doesn't matter because Dizzy McLizzy is going to be, or I'm sorry, Nefari is going to be able to finish him off shortly after. We see Dizzy McLizzy finish 2 off on his own, using a little bit of good gameplay. Doesn't have to use his ult there. He does have it up. He ends up getting away with his life here, but we see Sinful on the hunt, trying to chase him down to get him out of the gameplay.
Yeah, they started that off with a really good Zarya ult from Silent, and that's what triggered that fight and really allowed them to get that first tick.
Right, definitely. They are on the point now. They do have that first tick, just as you mentioned. Up top, we got Dizzy Mizlizzy raining down some fire in that tactical visor. He picks up a 2-piece as he finishes off Ace and Addison Davis. Breakdowns coming out of both teams. A little bit of overlap, though, for the side of Otaku, as we see Wispy sitting in his Transcendence. They are cleaning up the point, but Ace is up top, looking to turn the tides in favor of Sinful with his tactical visor. He's already got 2. He's looking to finish off Silent. He's trying to get him, but he doesn't. Osek finishes off Cave. Wispy finishing off Ace. And right now we do see Sinful coming back. A little bit of stall is a good thing right now for Sinful. Galactic switching to that Winston. Coming on strong. Does get a pick. Addison Davis and Nefari chiming in for the side of Sinful as well to get the remainder of Otaku.
Yeah, Sinful's making some smart hero changes, and I think it's working out for him. They swapped to that Winston there at the end, and it helped them get a few extra picks at the end.
It definitely did. It was great work. I think that if they continue this up, they're going to hold for a little bit more time here. Otaku already with that first point presence on there, being able to get that first tick. Even though that team fight seemed to last forever, they weren't able to get off the second one. So look for them to come and try to change that up right now. Schick leading in, does finish off Nefari. Here comes the May ult from Sinful in defense. Silent is frozen. He gets taken out by Caves. Now they're making their way to the point. Addison Davis finishes off Wispy Sunny Pines, and that's going to end any offensive push Otaku might have had. Ace Louie finishing off Dizzy Mizlizzy in the back. They are still on the hunt to try to get the Reinhardt out. He shields up and saves a little bit of face as he gets his health back in motion here.
Yeah, those long team fights were ultimately going in favor of Sinful, and that's beneficial for them because it was burning a lot of clock. There's only a minute and a half now left for Otaku to try to get this B point.
Right, and that quick pick we just saw come out of Ace onto Schick is absolutely huge. Man down now is Otaku, and so we're going to see him kind of delay a little bit. Tracer is fast, so she's going to be able to get to the point very, very quickly. She's already up. She's already on her way. So now they're going to initiate their team fight. But we got a Winston going bananas in the back, knocking some people around. Nefari and Addison Davis capitalize on that to take out 2. So does Ace Louie as he finishes off Osek, and Galactic on that Winston finishes off Silent. Ace Louie finishing off Ocean, and that's going to be another successful defend by Sinful here.
Yeah, and we're not seeing any changes coming out for the side of Otaku, but they do have 5 and are about to have all 6 ultimates available for this last push. They only have 45 seconds left, but they could take it right here because they have a lot of ults.
They definitely could. We've seen it before already tonight, you know, team advantage coming in. But on the defending side of the house, Sinful, they're going to have their May ult. We've already got the breakdown up. He doesn't get to use it because he gets taken out early. Dizzy Mizlizzy with his tactical visor. Nefari, noticing his team's in trouble, gets that Transcendence. So does Wispy Sunny Pines. Charge coming in from Osek as he pins that giant beast Galactic to the wall. That's a mounted, I guess, Winston on the wall. Sinful coming on very strong with the defense as we get the May ult coming in. They also get a Graviton Surge out of Otaku. Trying to finish this off is Otaku. The May is doing a great job stalling. So is Galactic rushing in on that monkey. 2 ticks now on the point. They might be able to cap it. It is in overtime, ladies and gents. Ace Louie in the back trying to rain some fire down. Osek hammers down. They end up pinning 1. Osek, Schick, and Dizzy combining for some kills, and they take it. Sinful not able to defend in the waning seconds of the match.
Yeah, I still think this was a great job by Sinful, making it take so long because they lost A immediately, but eventually Otaku is able to just save all their ults up and make their last push count.
Right. Most definitely. So now we're going to switch it up, guys. 30 seconds on the clock before these teams start to really do some move out. Wonder if we're going to see the Sombra come out again. I highly doubt it, but I wonder if we
doubt
are.
it. That
Dizzy Me Lizzy taunting us a little bit with that Torbjorn. I don't think he's going to come out on it, but that would be absolutely awesome.
Yeah, that'd be fantastic. I would love to see the Torbjorn come into play here. I don't expect it to ever come into the Overguard anytime soon, though.
Right. I would like to see it though. It's a very particular. You gotta really know what you're doing to be able to use them, and it's the same with Sombra and some of the other ones as well. You really gotta plan around characters like that to be able to utilize them very well. So. I guess it is what it is when it comes to that. We do see a mate coming out, though, from the side of Otaku, and it is Dizzy Ms. Lizzy who is sitting on it. Schick is on that Tracer. We got Hojin on the Lucio, Wispy Sunny Pines on the Zenyatta, Osek on the Reinhardt, and Silent on the Zarya. Defending team, look to see some of it set up, but we could see Caves switch off here, Cavs switch off the Sombra here. For the offensive side of the house, they've got a Pharah being played by Addison Davis, a Lucio, a Genji, Reinhardt, Anna, and a Sombra for the time being. 5 seconds remaining on the clock before they start moving this thing out.
Yeah, we're gonna see it. Looks like we might be seeing this Sombra for real here. See if he can make it.
She is moving out of the
this time.
graveyard here. I mean, they tried it on the defense, didn't work out too well, but, it's a whole different matter when you're the team that can kind of control the flow of the game. You're the one doing the push. We already see her getting a pick. The Caves takes out Schick, so that Sombra on Tracer action. Obviously, the Sombra getting the better end of that deal in that team, or in that fight right there. She picks up another one as she finishes off Wispy, Sunny Pines, Nefari, and Addison Davis both falling. Otaku kind of at the advantage right now. Hojin really putting in work on that Lucio. I think very good placement of his, I don't know what to call them. What do you call those coming out of there? The sound beats coming out from Hojin, the Lucio?
I don't remember what they're called.
I don't
used to know.
Well, let us know, chat. Let us know. What are the bullets from Lucio?
I think it's like Sonic Booms or something like that, or Sonic something, but I can't remember.
I'm sure somebody in chat will let us know. We will continue on with the action here. Otaku, the defending team, we're going to see a May ult very soon. We're going to have a breakdown and a transcendence as well very soon. For the offensive side of the house, which is Sinful, we're going to have a Earthshatter, and we might have a Sombra ult coming out as well. I'm very curious to see how they utilize the Sombra ult.
It'll definitely be interesting if the defense groups up here. You can see them all get hacked by that Sombra ult.
Right. Well, here comes the May ult out of Otaku to try to mitigate a little bit of what's going on. The Todd taking out Dizzy Ms. Lizzy right there, and they're able to stabilize. Otaku kind of strong here on the defense. 2 minutes, 10 seconds now remaining for Otaku, or for Sinful.
Yeah, that's right. I'm not surprised with how the first map went that Otaku's able to show up here again on the defense. But the Cavs is having some success on the Sombra.
Alright, so in the chat, we do get a couple of options here. We got Dropping the Beats by Dre and Bullets O Sound are my two finalists. Big ults, though, coming out from the side of Sinful to be able to come in here and take the point. I think that Sombra really played a decent role here in some of that. I think that, Otaku noticed that they weren't going to be able to combat that, and they ended up falling and letting the point go. 1.5 minutes was on the clock. Now we got 5.5 minutes for Sinful to be able to cap. And if Otaku can defend this amount of time, they deserve the W.
Yeah, I'm really happy seeing the Sombra be a bit more effective on the offense. It's kind of sad to see her only be played for like 10 seconds when they were on defense.
Right. Well, she already gets in behind enemy lines here, and she gets immediately spotted by Dizzy Ms. Lizzy, so she's going to be in a little bit of trouble. Schick immediately spots her as well. I'm sure a call-out happened for the side of Otaku to let them know where she was. Big bomb coming out, solo ult onto Caves. I think that was a little bit of a revenge kill, in my opinion. Schick raining out some bullets from that Tracer, finishing off Addison Davis, who is in the air, and we get Osek with a 3-piece on that Reinhardt as he takes out Nefari, Todd the Goose, and Galactic. Very strong hold here for the side of Otaku.
Yeah, I really would have liked to see the Cavs touch the point right there to try to draw the defense down to her, because that would have given her teammates the ability to take the high ground and try to win the fight from there. But she didn't. She got caught out by the Tracer and ended up falling.
Right, I mean, that's kind of what we saw coming out of Otaku's side of the house. When they were on the offense, we saw Schick go down there and stir the pot up a little bit. We're not seeing that same kind of action out of this. So, I mean, two different teams are going to have two different ways to play, but we do know which one would be the better way to do it, I guess, from a commentator standpoint. The overview of the whole situation. The Caves does get a pick. He is the only one to get one for his side of the house, which is Sinful, the offensive team. Otaku, again, just holding very, very strong.
Yeah, is it the Caves or is it the Cavs?
Don't mind
I want to say
me.
Cavs, but I keep saying Caves.
Okay.
Much better.
Because I
It
thought
is the
it was
Cavs.
Cavs, but okay,
It is the
I thought
Cavs.
That's what I thought. All right, we're seeing a lot of, I think, offensive ults here. They have 4 available right now, so this could be a good
They
fight
do.
for them to take the point.
Well, they're going to lead in with a breakdown. Immediately, the defense, Otaku answering back with a breakdown of their own. Big Earth Shatter coming out from the side of Sinful in here. Big charge coming out. He ends up getting booped away, but he got booped straight into Schick and took Schick to the wall. Tracer is down. Hojin is down. And Osek down. All blue in the kill feed. It's Sinful making an epic offensive stance here. Last victim is Silent for Otaku, and he is down and out. Big pulse bomb coming out for Otaku as well. It hits nobody. Still blue in the kill feed as Otaku starts to trickle in. Still blue. Ace Louis, the Cavs finishing off 2 right there. Still a Sombra in play, and mere seconds away from being able to cap right now. All they got to do is continue defending the trickle right now. Ace Louis takes out Schick. They've got to finish off the Diva. They're putting a little bit of pressure onto her. Ace Louis in the back with the high noon, finishing that sucker off. Sinful taking 2 points against Otaku.
Yeah,
So
really
we are
impressive
even
from
Stevens,
Sinful.
man.
Yeah, but Sinful has 2 minutes now to push this, and I don't think Otaku has any time left.
They don't.
So they have a big chance here to take map 2.
Oh yeah, all they got to do is take this first point, and they will take the W here. Point A victory, and it's all over for Otaku.
Do you
Otaku
think we're gonna
really
be
have to
seeing this-
defend strong.
I think we'll be seeing the Sombra again. It seemed like they were liking what she was doing. She was having some effect.
I
don't know
really
if
do.
I don't know if it was more effective than something like a Tracer would have had, but I'm glad they're trying it out.
Well, I mean, we did see Sinful side of the house. The Cavs was putting pressure onto Schick, and I wanted to say about 50% of the time, the Sombra was taking out the Tracer. So, I mean, it did enough work to be considered beneficial in my point of view. And also, the threat of being able to just, you know, neutralize your opponent's ultimates. How can, if you've got somebody of a certain caliber to player, why not utilize that to the most and fullest advantage, right?
Yeah, definitely. I think it really comes down to who gets the jump on who, because if the Tracer is looking at the Sombra when she pops out of invisibility, she can't hack her if she's getting hit. So if the Tracer is alert enough and is ready for the Sombra to be anywhere at any time, I think the Tracer should have the advantage overall. But if that Sombra can get her hacked, though, the Tracer's pretty much dead.
Well, I don't know. I'm kind of seeing a very aggressive lineup coming out of Sinful for this offense. They're running 1 tank, triple DPS, double support. I'm really liking the Tracer Sombra combo with the threat in the back from the McCree. I think this is a very strong choice. Hojin and Silent definitely disagreeing with my statement, as Addison and Galactic and Nefari, all 3 fall. Otaku already getting a good defensive hold under their belt here. They're gonna probably get a little bit of ult from this one as far as charge goes, but still, I like the lineup that we're seeing out of Sinful. Obviously, we got a little bit of switch up as we see Addison Davis going on to the Reaper instead of staying on the Tracer. Caves, the latest victim here from Otaku. I think very big mistake. He should have just jumped off the map to be able to group up with his team with the limited amount of time they have.
Yeah, definitely. I'm not so sure about this switch to the Reaper here from Addison Davis. I think that the Tracer probably would have been good. I would have liked to see a Soldier come out, though, instead of the McCree. You could also have changed the Sombra or the Tracer for a Soldier as well, and I think it would have been a better pick.
Well, we just saw a big pick come out of Schick as he saw the Caves up top, hooked her in immediately and took her out. And then also following up, taking out Nefari. Schick on this Roadhog is making some very crucial plays. We just saw across the map, hook from Schick. Get it on the McCree, take out Ace Louis, get that McCree hat flying through the air as he takes his head off. I think that was very good play out of Otaku here.
Yeah, what I would be telling my team right here, if I were on offense, is to save all of your ults. They have 40 seconds left, and all they have to do is take A. So if they can save all the rest of their ults and get one big teamfight win, they'll take this map.
Well, we see a Genji coming out now from the side of Sinful. We see him switch off. Galactic is on that Genji. He gets a lot of pressure put on him right from the start. Ends up having to fade back, take a health back. Oh, Silent waiting. We do see a full lineup of ults coming out of Otaku. They can stall this out, and they plan to. Here comes the whole hog. Here comes the hack from Cavs. That was absolutely epic. Oh, Silent does get the pick on Cavs, but Addison Davis immediately answering back, taking Hojan out. Overtime timer's about to go off here in 5 seconds, but it is all red in the kill feed as we get a tactical visor out. Osek swinging the hammer. Oh, Silent with this little bit of Zarya action, finishing off Todd the Goose. Very good hold from Otaku here. So we are going to a best of one King of the Hill between these two teams to see who takes map number 1. Mr. Dirty Vegas, please take over on the mic and let us know how this thing's gonna work.
Yeah, I'm not really sure what Sinful was thinking right there. They went with a no tank comp at the end. They had 4 DPS because their Reinhardt switched to Genji. I don't think that was a smart choice. I think it would have been a lot smarter to just stick with what they had, save up all their ults, and make one big push.
Or, I mean, go the opposite into the spectrum if you're going to do it, you know, and go massive amount of health pool so that the enemy team's got to chip through a ton of health while your team ends up finishing them off in the back line. I mean, it could have gone either way. We got Sadad in the chat saying, is this console? Yes, sir, this is PS4. We've also got some workings with Xbox that will be coming up. Big tournament that is going to be produced by us. It's going to be powered by Battlefy and sponsored by Control Freak. That is going to be on November 26th, so be ready for that. If you've got an Xbox team and you want to put one together, be in our Discord and ready for the signups. Mr. Dirty Vegas, are you there, sir?
No, I am here. I was waiting for you guys.
Gotcha.
But anyway,
it's all you.
Okay, so what I'm doing is I'm rolling my trusty 3-sided die. We're going to see where it lands. So if it lands on a 1, we're going to Nepal. If it lands on a 2, we're going to Ilios. If it lands on a 3, we are going to Lijiang Tower. And the result is a 2. We are going to Ilios. And yeah, I don't know. Anything could happen here.
Pixar, it didn't happen. Pixar, it didn't happen. I don't believe that was a 2. I like Ilios, though, just from a support main standing. I'm a Lucio, so I like the ability to get the boops on. Gotta love them. All right, guys,
yeah,
best of one scenario, man.
Personally, I like to see Lijiang Tower. I think even as a Lucio, you probably like
yeah,
like Lijiang.
Oh, I do. All of those for the sake of the conversation. I actually do love all of them. Just the pure presence that a Lucio can put forward, especially like this map, with both sides being able to be kind of just exploited by a Lucio. You know your team, the enemy team's coming in. You wait in the corner here. You know he's coming around the corner, and you boop him off. My favorite though is booping a fellow Lucio off.
Oh yeah, those are always great. It's really interesting to have the Lucios basically getting as many kills at times as your main DPS. If you have control of the point here and they can just sit at one of the entrances and bop people off, they're getting the full kills, like 100% damage from those knockoffs, and it's really fun to watch.
It absolutely is. So 5 seconds till these teams roll out. We've got Otaku on the blue side, Sinful on the red side. The lineups going like this. Sinful side of the house, we got a Genji, Zarya, Tracer, Zenyatta, Winston, Lucio. For the blue side, which is Otaku, we've got just about the same thing going on. Actually, it is the same thing going on, other than we do not... Nope, it is the same. So... whichever team plays it better is going to get the W here. Shiki getting that first kill on the Cavs as we get the Tracer on Tracer Violence. Again, a little bit of action going on as Wispy Sunny finds a no silent. Finish it off. Ace, Addison Davis, Nafar, and Todd the Goose, the entire team for Otaku here chipping in to ensure that they can take this first point.
Yeah, it was a great team fight win by Otaku. Not surprised considering how dominant they were in that first map, but they are in a tiebreaker here, so we know that Sinful does have a chance to bring this one back and can compete against Otaku.
Well, they're not going to do it with plays like that, though. Cavs immediately getting taken out by Schick again. So that's another win for Schick in the Tracer department. Diz following up, taking out Todd, and again, the Winston falling to O'Silent. Better team right now is definitely Otaku. That is their second team win as they finish off the remainder. That's a team wipe right there. Osek just going absolutely bonkers with that Winston, picking up a three-piece. They retreat back a little bit here, 50% almost now in favor of Otaku as they retreat back to the point.
Yeah, Osek was just being an absolute bully here on this Winston. He had no mercy and chased him all the way back to spawn.
Oh, he was definitely on the hunt for sure. Enemy Winston is coming in for the side of Sinful. Caused a little bit of mayhem, but we do see Osek go full banana mode, start knocking people around. Graviton Surge does come out. Silent taking full advantage of that. He finishes off too. Addison Davis getting knocked off the edge. Todd the Goose, the only one for Sinful to get a kill as he finishes off one of his own. Schick still getting the kills against Cavs. Cavs is now switched off the Tracer, and he is on to the Reaper. What do you think about the switch to a Reaper?
I think the Reaper is a really good choice here. It's good against the Winston, which is giving them a lot of trouble right now. If he can isolate the Winston and get that kill, they can definitely take the team fight.
Well, this late in the game, though, do you think it's really going to make that big of a difference, or should he have done that one a little earlier?
I think it came at the right time. Osek was being pretty dominant on that Winston, but it's been a really quick match. I would have been surprised to see an earlier change.
All right, well, here we go, guys. We are in the final moments of the match. Both teams on the point, fighting for superiority. Osek taking out Nefari Galactic in a lot of trouble on that Winston. Caves end up falling to Silent. Schick finishing off Todd. Here comes Ace in the back, taking Dizzy. He's got the high noon. Let's see how many he could get with this. Osek, Wispy finishing 2 off on the side of Otaku. They win it. They're going to take map 1. Otaku, congrats on that victory.
Yeah, great job by them. You were asking me if that Reaper came a little bit too late, and I noticed in that last team fight, he was surrounded by a couple people with his ultimate status at 96%, so I think you were right. If we had seen that just a little bit sooner, he could have had a really clutch ult there at the end, and it could have turned the game around.
Right, it definitely, I mean, you've got to be very decisive when it comes down to it. You know, you've got to time your pushes in conjunction with what percentage is remaining on the clock. If you think that you're not going to be able to get your ult up by the time, might as well stick with what you got, because you're going to be able to utilize the ult from that instead of waiting for another hero's ult to be able to build up, charge up, and to use. So I think that Otaku had the better rounds right there. Definitely very strong as they came into that. I think they did a very, very good job taking that.
Yeah, I agree. They did an excellent job. Their DPS, Schick in particular, on the Tracer really stood out to me. They were dominant pretty much the whole time, with the exception of a little bit there during that Hanamura map.
They definitely were. I'm going to get with the guy that's running our production. He doesn't like to be named, but Sociovex, I'm going to kick it to you to see if we can get a video playing in the next few seconds here. We want to show you guys a little bit about what we've been working on here at the Overguard. Definitely hype video. Very awesome stuff to watch. It is going nuts on YouTube right now. Everybody on Reddit's absolutely loved it. So, Mr. Sociovex, when you get a chance, let's kick it off.
Next up, we see the Graviton. Here comes the Pulse Bomb. She throws it in and they're down.
That was beautiful.
Set my heart on fire.
Welcome back. What did you guys think of that hype video? Very epic. That was gameplay from our last tournament that we had. It was also powered by Battlefy and sponsored by Control Freak. That's the kind of stuff that you missed if you missed out on the last tournament. We are going to have the same thing coming up November 26th, but on the Xbox side of the house. That was all PS4 content, so look forward to that. Once again, if you do have a team and you are ready to kick it in a tournament, get them into Discord, get us a roster when those go live, when the signups go live, and you guys can be competing for some epic Control Freaks gear as well as some cash. Who doesn't like cash? I love cash, and I don't have enough of it. So there that is. I want to be a millionaire. What about you, Hawkeye?
Oh, I would love to be a millionaire. Who wouldn't?
What would you do if you're a millionaire? What's the first thing you would do?
Oh, I don't know. Pay off, first of all, some student loans. I've got to do the mature thing, obviously. Pay off some student loans. I think that's the first thing.
Yeah, I mean, if you're rich, what's the, do you really got to pay them? No, I'm just kidding. Of course you got to pay them off because we're responsible adults. Mr. Dirty Vegas, I know you're still on the mic. What would you do if you won $1 million?
That's a really good question, man. I'd probably fly to Australia, and just hang out for about a year. I don't know. That sounds like fun. That's what I would do.
It is fun, man. I got the pleasure of going to Australia once. Great Barrier Reef diving, all that sort of stuff. Absolutely amazing and beautiful country. For anybody here that's visited or from Australia, props to you. That place is awesome. And they're just the coolest of all people, I swear, man. Very hospitable, very relaxed culture over there. Absolutely loved my time. So let's kick this straight off, man. This is what, our third match of the night, and it's going to be between Otaku and Baiters. Now, we've already seen Otaku play once tonight against Sinful. Very strong showing. They ended up taking the 2-0 victory over Sinful, but it was very close. It was down to the wire on that second map. Hanamura obviously going to a best-of-1 King of the Hill. So now we're going to see them in another match against Baiters. Baiters, a very strong team. We know a lot of these players that we've played against. PR Joker, It's Guns Bro, Z Wild Tiger. Very strong roster coming out. I'm very excited to see these guys. I haven't got a chance to see them play, but I can tell you that I think they were undefeated in the OGCC. I want to say they were 6-0 or something like that. So look to see some amazing gameplay out of Baiters. Definitely going to give Otaku a run for their money if I had to guess. Next up, we are going to see Untitled versus Baiters. So another back-to-back game for these kind of teams here. Looks like the first map up is going to be Hanamura again. Cha-ching. I love Hanamura. So let's get this thing kicked off, man.
All right.
Let's send it into the start. So Otaku, starting off again here, Hawkeye. What do you look to see out of Otaku? You don't know anything about Baiters, but do you look to see the same thing out of Otaku that we saw from Sinful?
I don't know. They did. I think did they tie on this map and then they won in overtime? Yeah, okay. So they tied against Sinful. So I don't know if we'll see a change or not. I definitely expect to see Schick back on the Tracer. He was having a really good effect on offense and defense. We'll probably see the Soldier again too. We might see a Mei though instead. So I can't remember if they played the Mei or not, but I think we might see that again.
They did. They did indeed play the Mei a little bit here. I want to say it was Dizzy that went Mei. I could be mistaken. I know he was Soldier a lot, so I can't exactly remember. It's kind of blurring together, I guess. But Untitled side of the house, man. Looking to see some strong things out of these guys. Maybe we'll see a Sombra.
We are seeing a difference.
Otaku's playing.
Yeah,
I'm
so
streaming.
the blue team is going to be Otaku. Red team is Baiters. So a little bit of confusion on the names at the top of the screen, but we're not worried about that. We're going to get it fixed up for you guys right now. What do you guys think for the chat? I think y'all have been wrong most of the time, so straighten it up, Twitch chat. Who's going to win this one? That's right. That's right. Gozy's calling out the chat. Let's get a proper call. Let's see a prediction from the chat. Hashtag 2 Baiters or hashtag 2 Otaku. Let's see who's going to win this thing in your opinion, guys.
Well, what about your opinion, Gozy?
My opinion, I mean, I look to see Otaku come out very strong. It's anyone's game, though. Baiters, again, very strong in their showing in the OGCC. So I really don't know which way this one's going to slide. I guess we're going to have to just wait and see.
I'm going to say 2-1 to Baiters.
2-1 to Baiters.
It's based on absolutely nothing, but I'm going to go with it. I'm going to go with it.
You're just trying to pick the lottery numbers at this point, right?
Exactly. Give me a quick pick. 2-1 to Baiters. That's what we're going for.
Well, it's a bit half and half in the Twitch chat right now, so I guess, you know, it's anyone's game. Let's go through a little bit of the lineups from the Otaku side of the house. The defending team, it's pretty standard to what we've seen for these guys thus far. We still got the Soldier, Zarya. We got a Zenyatta, Reinhardt, Lucio, and we got Schick off of the Tracer, and he's on the Roadhog. And he gets a pick right as I'm talking about him, taking out PR Joker. On the offensive side of the house, we do see a little bit of dive, I guess we would say, with the Winston. They came in very strong, ended up getting a couple picks off the bat. Silent ends up finishing off the Winston, though. Enigma finishing off Wispy Sunny Pines. Other than that, for the most part, it's all Otaku. But here comes Dragon Blade coming out for a little bit of pressure. PR Joker ends up finishing off 2. Dizzy McLizzy ends up getting him out of that Dragon Blade. Still got some point presence going. We got a Tracer on Zarya battle. Now the Winston comes in. Here comes the Diva, which is played by Osek right now. So definitely some switching of lineups out of Otaku to defend against what Baiters has got going on right now.
I think Otaku was actually expecting this dive comp from Baiters. They must know more than we do about their tendencies, because they had Schick come out on the Roadhog, which is a pretty good counter for the Genji and the Tracer. And right off the bat, you saw Schick getting a pick on the Genji on their first push to kind of halt it and make them wait. So I think that was a good decision.
Yeah, that was a very good hook that he did. I don't know who saw it within the chat themselves, or within the Twitch themselves, but it was a glorious hook. Very limited time. Here we go, guys. Back into the action. Baiters, we do have a Dragon Blade up. Enigma picks up a 3-piece with that. Here comes the Transcendence out of Baiters, trying to keep the team alive. They are very dominant on the point right now. They are after Osek, who is on that Diva. Diva Bomb is coming in. They are protected. No, they are not. The Winston bubble cracks and breaks. Z-Wild Tiger picks up a 2-piece there. Here comes the breakdown. They end up overlapping. Poor Otaku. I'm sorry, no. Otaku pops out the Transcendence, and Baiters gets out the breakdown. So definitely not an overlap. Dizzy Midlizzy and Silent picking up 2 kills right there. Otaku looking to stabilize as their team comes out from the graveyard. PR Joker's the last one remaining. Tracer putting a lot of pressure on the opposing team's Tracer here. Ends up escaping, almost escaping, as Hojin on the Lucio finishes him off.
Yeah, that was a nice push by Baiters. They got a tick. They used a couple ults to make it happen, but it was still worth it. They did manage to get 1 tick, so they're making a little bit of progress. Let's see if they can keep up. They're playing that full dive comp, or they were at least, but they switched from the Diva to the Zarya here. So they're making a small change.
Right, let's see how it works out for them. I mean, X Defiance, PR Joker, they both got their ults up for the side of Baiters. So look to see some of that coming out pretty soon. Enigma almost with his ult up on that Genji. He got a 3-piece the last time. Dizzy is on the Genji, and he picks up 1 as he takes out JHB. PR Joker finishing off Ocean right there, and it's back and forth right now. They are on the point. Here comes the big self-destruct out of Otaku. He ends up picking up nobody with it, but Silent, Wispy, Sunny Pines, and Dizzy Midlizzy all combined for 3 kills right there. PR Joker in a lot of trouble. He ends up falling to Silent, and another hold coming out of Otaku.
Yeah, I think what these guys need to do right now is just wait for the ults for the side of Baiters at least. They switch to the Zarya. They're probably going to try to get a big team wipe with it, but she's only at 21% right now, so they have a ways to go.
They definitely do. I mean, Dizzy Lizzy over there on that Genji, though, is going to be a force to reckon with. He's got the Dragon Blade up for Otaku, and it's going to come into some use. Schick, obviously, a very strong tracer, knows how to throw the pulse bombs off. We're going to see Hojin at 85% right now on that Lucio. So Otaku's going to have a good defense leading into this next push by Baiters. Baiters is going to be coming in with a very good, strong ult lineup coming in. They're going to have the Tracer Bomb. They're going to have X-Defines going Peanut Butter Ham over here. You got Enigma and JHV all with their ults very, very close. So that's a Dragon Blade and a Transcendence leading in. They're already on the point. Here comes the Dragon Blade from Dizzy, already picking off Gunbro, and the Transcendence a little bit too late from Baiters as he ends up collapsing on another one. PR Joker finishing off O Silent, and the Dragon Blade comes out from Enigma. He ends up getting nobody with it, but he does help his team finish off a couple. Wild Tiger finishes off O second. Hojin, PR Joker getting Schick, and here comes the Transcendence from Otaku, saving the team a little bit here. Schick ended up falling to PR Joker, so Tracer on Tracer happened right there. Both teams using their Graviton Surge right now, and both teams capitalizing on him. 3 picks for the side of Baiters, only 2 coming out for the side of Otaku, but the self-destruct could even it out, and it does as Osek picks up 2 with that. PR Joker finishes off Hojin to kind of even it out, and they've already got that 1.5 tick going on for Baiters. Good stall out of PR to bite a little bit more out of them, but all in all, it was a failed attempt.
Yeah, take a breath, Gozy. That was a long fight right there. We saw a lot of ults coming out from both sides. Ultimately, no progress was made for the offense in the side of Baiters. They're going to have to try to charge up here. Again, they have the Winston ult available for them now, but that's it.
Right. Look to see that coming out, man. I mean, I want to say that X-Defines has been holding on to that Winston ult. I don't think he's used it yet, has he?
I don't think he has. I've definitely not seen it.
Yeah, so that's, I think, now 2 or 3 pushes that he's had his ult up and hasn't used it. He is going to use it now. He is going bananas on the point. Breakdown coming out from It's Gunbro, which is on the side of Baiters, the offensive team. Dragon Blade, the ultimate answer, coming out from Otaku. He ends up picking up 1, but very quickly, Baiters gets out 1 of their own. He ends up getting 1 with it before he ends up falling to Wispy Sunny Pines. Wispy Sunny Pines takes out another one, and so does Dizzy Lizzy. There goes Schick. He gets PR Joker. PR, though, did get 2 picks in the mix for Baiters. That was a very good push from Baiters, but they were not able to capitalize on any of the picks that they got.
Yeah, really dominant slaying power from Otaku on the defense here. The Genji for Dizzy Lizzy was going off. Really effective for him.
It really was. He's been playing that thing very well ever since he switched over to it. We do have a lineup change coming out of the side of Baiters. We see Enigma switch off of the Genji. He wasn't being too effective with it towards the end there, so he's now on the Soldier. That's the only lineup change coming out from that side. Schick immediately taking out JHV, so Baiters already a support down. Charging off the point is X-Defines. He does change off. He is on the Reinhardt, no longer on the Winston. PR Joker finishes off Hojin, but ends up eating the sword of the Genji. Dizzy Lizzy again. We just kind of noted it. Dizzy doing a great job on that Genji. He's proven it now with us. He finishes off that Tracer, and I think that was some epic defense out of Otaku.
Yeah, they've had some epic defense pretty much the whole time. This is their second time playing Hanamura. Let's see if Baiters can make this last push stick.
I don't think they're going to. They're already a tank. They're already a DPS down. Wild Tiger just falls as well. Here comes the Graviton Surge out of Otaku to kind of wipe up the remainder of the mess that's left as Wispy Sunny Pines rains in some orbs to finish off PR Joker. Schick goes on the hunt and finishes off JHV. That's going to end it right there. 1 cap to Baiters. Otaku's going to get their turn to try to win this right here and now.
Yeah, that was a really good job from Otaku on the defense. I personally think Baiters should have stuck with their dive comp that they had at the very beginning. That was working for them, but once they switched off to Zarya, I don't think they really were doing as well. So I would have liked to see them stick with the D.Va there and not make all those changes and just wait for their ults and try to get a big team wipe.
Right. We're going to look to see what they do here on the defense. I'm very curious to see what comes out from Baiters. We haven't seen these guys yet in the stream level. I mean, they've obviously had a bunch of matches in the OGCC. I haven't personally spectated any of them, so I don't know what to expect out of these guys. Very strong showing thus far. They definitely were giving Otaku a little bit of their run for their money up until that final point when Otaku just kicked it into overdrive and made sure to hold defensively.
Yeah, correct me if I'm wrong, but didn't Otaku only manage to capture 1 point when they were on offense before?
No, they
got
ended
two,
up getting
but
both, right.
Yeah, it was in overtime though, right? So they had no time left.
Right, they did. It was in overtime, and we did see the other team, which was Sinful, come back and take a 2-cap against them. It went into overtime. Sinful came, and then Otaku full held them, and they kicked it off in a best-of-1 King of the Hill match where Otaku really showed their dominance, not allowing Sinful to get 1% onto that point.
Looks like we're seeing a Roadhog out of Baiters this time. I think this is a good pick because Schick plays a really good tracer, and we have been seeing a lot of good Genji play as well coming out of Dizzy. He is on the Reaper for now though, so let's see whether or not this Roadhog pick ends up being a good one or not.
Right. I mean, it could be he was on the Genji. We saw him switch off also to the Soldier, but very aggressively we're going to see Otaku make their way in immediately following Osak's charge. Enigma making him pay for it almost immediately, and then gets a hook onto O-Silent. They don't end up taking him out, but just that pick on O-Silent is going to be enough. Schick with the point present, separating out Baiters right now. Very good play. He ends up getting taken out by Enigma, so you were just wondering if Enigma was going to make a difference, and already first 2 picks for his team, he is just making that difference. Dizzy Melizzi on that Reaper now. Let's see how he does on that one.
Yeah, that was a great pick from Enigma to get that Reinhardt down. Whenever you can get the Reinhardt down, you can pretty much win the team fight, and that's what we saw happen.
It really did. Well, here comes the Nano Boost out onto the Roadhog, which is Enigma. He ends up getting beaten a little bit to death by O-Silent and Sec. Charge coming in to the point here. He ends up paying for that one. X-Defines ends up finishing his charge in the graveyard. Schick making sure to put him there. 2 minutes and 40 seconds remaining on the clock by the time they cap that one. They're going to have 6 minutes and 40 seconds to cap point 2. They got to carry this momentum in.
Yeah, we saw a little bit of dancing coming out from Otaku. They're pretty happy with that cap, and they know that they have a great chance of getting this right here.
Well, we saw the same thing, though, against Sinful. They came on very strong first point take within the first push, if I remember right, and then the second push into point 2, they weren't as dominant. But as we see right now, that is a team wipe. What do you get to do, Hawkeye? What do you get to do? Team wipe.
You want me to ring
Let's
that gong?
ring the gong.
There you go, buddy.
There you
I
go.
was ready for it this time.
And they get the
Great
win
job
on
from
it.
Otaku.
Great job from Otaku. They get a 2-point victory on that one, taking map number 1 away from Baiters. Sorry if that was a little loud. We'll tone it down next time, guys. But definitely worth the gong. Otaku deserving of it. I have no idea. It sounded fine on my end.
Okay. I had it right next to my mic, so not too sure. But yeah, that was a great job from Otaku. They had a couple ults after they won that fight on the A point, and they just snowballed straight in the B, and they got the quick cap.
Right, they definitely did, and it was a little bit too loud, so we'll have to tone it down for the next one. But we are going to keep with the gong, guys. Anytime you see a team wipe, let's get a hashtag gong in the chat. That's going to be the new thing here at the Overguard. It's going to be hashtag gong, and we're going to ring it. So plan for that, guys. Brett in the chat says, this man Hawkeye got a gong next to him. You bet he does. You bet he does.
It's actually a phone app. It's not really a gong. But I'll try to keep it a little bit quieter next time.
No trade secrets. No trade secrets.
Okay, yeah. It's totally a real gong, man. I went out and bought one just for you, Gozy. That's how much I love you, dude.
Sounds good to me. All right, what is map number 2? Let's see. Their choices are gonna be between, let me scroll up here. Their map pool is Numbani or Nepal. So we are in the Discord and we are seeing what they want. It's gonna be Nepal. So Baiters is gonna be on Nepal here. I think that's your favorite one, isn't it? Mr. Dirty Vegas?
Yeah, no.
I think there's just one in particular that you absolutely despise on this
There's-
map.
Traveling to Nepal.
No, I despise 2 of them on this map.
Oh,
The only one I like is the one with the squared point. That's like, you know, in the building or whatever.
There you go.
This one here, Shrine, not a fan of. And then the other one too, that's all inside and stuff. I don't know. I'm not a huge fan of the ball in general, but my favorite King of the Hill, probably Li Shang Tower. I'd have to say.
I enjoy that one, but I also like Ilios. Not a fan of the one with the big well in the middle, but
well, no, that's
it's
my
fun.
favorite.
It's fun.
My
It's fun
favorite's
for the
one with-
Lucio for sure.
And the Roadhog too, man. That's going fishing, man. Going fishing. No, I the one on Ilios that I don't like, or that I like the least, I guess, is the one that's like down in the middle or whatever.
Right. All
That
right,
was a
guys.
little annoying, but you know.
So I do see somebody requesting to be a caster for the next match. I think it was a Kappa moment, but hey, if you're interested in casting, we are always looking for casters, commentators. So if you are interested, you need to join our Discord. We'll get Brett to throw that thing in there so you guys can join up, record yourselves in a spectator match, commentating, and then send the link to me so that I can evaluate it and establish if I want you on here with me. You could suck and I might not want you. Don't take offense to that though.
Wow.
Team fight is going on. Hey, I gotta tell it like it
dude.
is, man. Team fight is going on the point. Dizzy Lizzy is getting the first pick, coming out strong on that Genji, taking one out. Osek on the Winston, following up, getting a second one. But ultimately, the point is contested, and it is leaning in favor right now of the side of Otaku as they get more kills now. I think that's 4 now in favor of Otaku. I think they lost 2, but they got back real quick. It is all red right now on the point. Gunsbro changing that real quick. So is PR Joker chiming in for a kill onto Hojin and Silent. Osek getting 2 with that Winston. Monkey, what a banana. He takes out 2. JHV takes out 1. PR Joker carrying the team with the help of JHV, getting 4 kills between the 2 of them.
It
So
was a
very
great
quickly,
job.
we just saw that swap, man. What do you think of that?
It was a really good job from Baders. I think we actually need a name swap on the stream, though. Baders
We
is
might
blue
just-
team right now.
Yeah, we do.
We will get that going. Team fight is coming on. Here comes the Dragon Blade coming out from the blue team, which is the side of Baders. Sorry, I had to
it's
look
been
in
all
there.
blue in the
Enigma,
kill feed too,
huge,
Josie. I don't know if you
huge.
noticed.
Oh
It's
yeah,
insane.
oh yeah. They almost got a gong on that one too. They almost got it.
Yeah, I mean, it was just a great team fight. They're really dominant right now. I'm pretty impressed with PR Joker. He's been in the kill feed constantly on that Tracer.
Right, he definitely has. He has been absolute trouble for the Otaku line. Otaku is making their way in. They choose to go up top, around, and through the back door. Hojin with his ult up. Look to see that Lucio breaking it down anytime now. Here comes the Transcendence out of Baders, trying to keep his team alive, and there's that breakdown out of Otaku. Should have done it a little earlier, would have saved his death, and maybe O'Silent wouldn't have got beat right there by Enigma, but that Genji is just too strong. As Osek finishes off JHV, Wild Tiger on that Diva, finishes off Osek. We see Defiance on the Monkey, finishing off Hojin. They get a breakdown of their own on the side of Baders as they continue an onslaught of destruction against Otaku. Otaku back in the graveyard again.
Yeah, we're seeing the side of Baders hold on to their ults, and they're still able to win this fight. They don't have a Zarya for any big team-wide combos, but they're still able to get these wins.
They are. We're seeing a good push now out of Otaku as they start leading into the point. Osek really putting in work on that Winston. Gets 2 picks right there for his team to be able to take this over. It is 96, 97, 98, 99 overtime percentages in favor of the blue team, which is Baders, before Otaku is able to respond.
Yeah, really great response coming from Otaku right there. They didn't really have to use ults or anything to get it. They're going to have a small advantage, I think, coming up.
Well, they might just. The side of Otaku, they do have 2 up right now. We're going to see Hojin's coming up very shortly. So look to see that breakdown coming out. Or Whiskey Sunny Pines popping the Transcendence. I think sooner is better than later. And I am right, because PR Joker finishes him off There's the breakdown out of Otaku as PR Joker finishing off Wispy Sunny Pines does not give them the option to use that Transcendence. Team fight is going on the point. Hojin and Osek get 2 kills for Otaku onto Gunsbro and Enigma, but it's all blue after that. 3 picks in favor of Baders right now. Silent picking up 1 for his side. And again, we're going to see probably a swap here unless Wispy Sunny Pines and Hojin can do something about it. There's the Transcendence stall coming out from Otaku. Big self-destruct coming in from Baders. He ends up picking up nobody from it. Good enough stall from Otaku. They were able to get their whole team back here. Big Graviton surge coming out, but they were not able to capitalize on it. PR Joker takes out Osek and ends up falling as well here. Osek gonna be able to make his way back, I think, by the time Baders is able to recover.
Yeah, I think we might be seeing a switch coming out from possibly Wild Tiger here on the Diva. I'm not sure if that's really doing as well for them as they would like.
What I've
use their
noticed
ultimate too.
is that Wild Tiger, every time they use the ultimate, Silent over on the side of Otaku stands right in front of it, throws up that barrier, and gets an extra 50% on their charge.
Right. Well, here we go. They're going to lead in with the breakdown. Baders coming in strong here. Immediate pressure going out, but they end up losing their Lucio. They end up losing their Tracer. Breakdown coming out from Otaku as they finish off the remainder of Baders. Here comes the Dragon Blade from Enigma. He ends up getting Hojin, but taken out by Dizzy Melizzi. Schick ends up taking out JH. Here comes the Monkey, swinging in, taking out Wild Tiger, putting some pressure on the back line, knocking them back.
Wow.
They end up coming from behind to take the W there for that first map on Nepal.
Yeah, really impressive work from Otaku with that comeback victory. Baders had full control for 99%. It was a full 99-0 comeback right there, and it's really impressive from Otaku.
Right, it definitely was. I look to see the same thing coming out of Otaku, except no more of that come from behind victory. I want to see Otaku come on very strong from the start and be able to hold. I think they need to adjust their lineup to accordingly. I think Baders didn't do a good job responding to what Otaku was doing as far as what they changed to. We are going to see a Reinhardt, so they are going to be changing up their lineup. Just as I said that, Baders decided to go with that Reinhardt on this King of the Hill map. We got PR Joker getting off the Tracer and onto McCree. Wild Tiger coming out on that Zarya. Gunbro on the Lucio. We got Enigma onto the Soldier and JHV on the Ana. So a little bit of change up from Baders' side of the house leading into map number 2 here on Nepal. For the side of Otaku, they've got a Zenyatta, a Zarya, Winston, Lucio, Tracer, and a Soldier. First pick is going to go in favor of Otaku as Wispy Sunny Pines. That Zenyatta throwing them orbs out, takes out Gunbro and Defiance. Osek leaping in on that Monkey, finishes off BR. Then Hojin and Silent, the Lucio, and Zarya get a combo here to take out Enigma and JHV. Silent following up for the late pick onto Wild Tiger, finishing off his fellow Zarya right there.
Yeah, I think that was a really great job from Schick right there. He didn't get any last hits to get in the kill feed, but he was in there the whole time. He's the one that got in the back and disrupted the long-range war of attrition that Baders was going for by taking out the Lucio early.
Well, there they go again. I mean, here comes Baders. They're going to try to respond really strong here. They do get the first pick, but immediately we see Schick throwing in the pulse bomb. He ends up dying to it, but he gets PR Joker out. So it's kind of 1-for-1 or 2-for-1 swap. The Monkey's going to charge in for Baders right now, trying to put some pressure out. He ends up taking out Hojin before Wispy Sunny Pines can end that Monkey's life there. Big stuff coming out from the side of Otaku now, though. They've got to defend the point. They end up jumping just in time. Here comes the ult from the Dizzy Lizzy as he tries to get the tactical visor up. He gets nobody with it. Instead, he becomes a giant target for PR Joker as PR Joker puts the revolver to the head there.
Yeah, we almost saw Hojin there, or actually not Hojin, we almost saw Gunbro capture the point on his own while the rest of the team was fighting, but he was caught out at the last second by Silent, and he was able to, Silent was able to hold him off.
Right. So, okay, here we go, guys. We're going to be into our final pushes coming up very shortly. They've only got time for maybe 2 more pushes, structured pushes, if that. I think Baders is going to end up in trickle mode after this push here. They're going to lead off with a breakdown for the side of Otaku into the Graviton Surge is Otaku. They end up picking up 4-piece with Schick's Pulse Bomb. JHB, Gunsbro, Wild Tiger, and Joker all biting that Pulse Bomb. Ended up in the graveyard ending another push from Baiters. That's going to end it, I believe. Otaku's going to be able to push forward here into Baiters and hold him off. Enigma does get around and by. They end up finishing off the PR Joker who's on the Tracer. Here comes the breakdown, but it ends up getting cut prematurely. Transcendence does come out from Otaku to keep the team alive. Hojin finishes off Gunbro. They are on the point. They're trying to make their presence known, but Wild Tiger, the last one, ends up eating it. That's going to be it, guys. Overtime timer's over. Otaku taking map number 2 here on Nepal.
Yeah, great
Kind of what I said going into it, man. I kind of called that one. I'm not going to lie. Otaku came out very strong. We knew they would. They came back and definitely didn't want to go into the hole like they did last time. They responded very well to Bader's lineup changes. So, again, look for it here.
We saw some big lineup changes coming out of Baiters. They went for some long-range DPS. They had the Soldier and the McCree, and I don't think it worked. I think Schick on that Tracer was really getting to them, and they probably could have benefited from a Tracer of their own.
They definitely could have. Now, look, I'm hoping we're going to see a little bit of lineup change come out of Bader. They're trying to figure out something to combat what Otaku's throwing at them. They haven't figured it out yet, though. Otaku's been very dominant since, you know, they were able to take the initial point Bader's was. Otaku's responded very well, and they haven't allowed a single percentage to go towards Bader's favor since that takeover. Big plays coming out now from Baiters as we see 4 picks now in their favor. Point is going to unlock in 5 seconds. Lineup is looking something like this. Baiters rocking out on that Zenyatta, Genji, Winston, Lucio, Tracer, Zarya. They're going to cap the point first. Get the first points going to their favor. So right as I said, Otaku had it going their way. Baiters proves me wrong.
Yeah, they really took that fight dominantly right there.
They really did, and they're taking the next one too. Wild Tiger coming on strong, getting 2 picks. JHP taking out Osek. Osilent does pick up a pair, but ultimately it's not going to be enough. Schick is on the point, putting a little bit of presence there, but he is not long for this world. JHP sniffs him out, throws some orbs his way, and finishes off Tracer. Lineup for Otaku is looking like this. We got a Zenyatta, Zarya, Winston, Lucio, Tracer, and Dizzy Miss Lizzie sitting on that Reaper. I think a good call from Dizzy Miss Lizzie. That was a huge ult coming from PR Joker. He threw in that pulse bomb. He ended up taking out 3. Defines and Gunsbro, noticing that, collapsed onto Otaku and asserted dominance, finishing off the remainder of Otaku's crew there.
Yeah, this early dominance has given Baiters a massive ult advantage. They just used 1 from Joker, but they still have higher percentages across the board for everyone else.
They really do. All right,
Right now
so we're seeing a little bit of back cap. Right, a little bit of back cap. He ends up getting spotted, though, by the enemy Tracer, which is being played by PR Joker. Osilent picks up a pair right there. Joker does finish off Schick right there, and JHV finishing off Osek. It has been all Baiters this map. What do you think?
I think it's that Tracer that's really made the biggest difference. He wasn't on it last map and it cost him. I think right now you're seeing his dominance on it. He just got to win that 1v1.
He really did. Here comes the Transcendence, though, out of Otaku. They were sitting in a Graviton Surge. They throw out a Graviton Surge of their own, and we get a reverse Transcendence out of Baiters. They are able to defend the point up to right now, but they are going to lose it as Otaku finishes off the remainder of Baiters.
Yeah, now we're going to be seeing pretty much the opposite situation. Baiters is on the back foot now with Otaku having a small ult advantage and control the point.
Right. Josie FPS in the chat says recruiting a EU caster. Are we recruiting a caster, mate? That's my best I can do, guys. That's about it.
That's better than what I could do.
Hey, come on. Give me a little credit. At least I'm trying to throw out some comedy. All right, I've got everybody saying I can't do it again. So Gozy will never do a Euro, somewhat Euro act. I don't even, I don't think we can qualify that one.
UK left Europe. They left the EU, man. That doesn't even count anymore.
Okay, enough of this. Let's get back to the game. Let's get off of the Gozy. I'm gonna, never mind. I'm done. I'm gonna go sit in a corner. Hashtag Gozy sucks. Thank you guys. I love you all. The point is still being controlled right now by Otaku. Thank you everybody in the chat that's giving me all this support. behind my accents. I greatly appreciate it. Lack thereof, for that matter. PR Joker and Enigma getting 2 picks for the side of Baders right there. Enigma following up with a 3rd. I want to say that he was doing that without his blade, and he does have it up. He didn't use it. They get back to the point. They end up taking control. 86% now in favor of Baders. Otaku really on their heels. They've got to win this next team fight if they have any hope of closing out map number 2 here.
Oh, we got a hashtag trending here. Deport Gozy.
I see it. I see it. Hashtag Deport Gozy. I hate you all. That is so mean. I'm here for you guys to call a game and y'all just want to deport me like that. That's okay. I can make my calls from Mexico. Dizzy Lizzy coming in very strong with that Death Blossom as he got picked up a 3-piece. And just like I said, man, Otaku had to win that team fight. They came in and they did, utilizing Dizzy Lizzy. You know, a little bit of extra work coming out of their supports. They were able to take control. They are holding the point right now. Enigma, who is holding on to that Dragon Blade, ends up coming in with it. He picks up a 1 right there, taking out Hojin. There goes the Graviton Surge from both teams. We're in overtime. 99% both ways, guys. It is back and forth. Dizzy takes 1. Wild Tiger gets 1. Shit gets 1. Enigma, very back and forth. We got a monkey going bananas on the point. It is blue so far. They take it over. Overtime timer's ticking down. This one's going in favor of Baders. Congratulations on saving your skin.
Yeah, that really was their last chance. They were down 0-2, and they lost the first round, so if they lost that fight right there, that would have been it for them, but they saved themselves from elimination, and we're going to get to see another match.
We are indeed. I got somebody in chat, Joker47JK says, why he got to go to Mexico? Dude, I'm from Texas. It's the closest place to deport me to. Just get rid of me quickly, right? I gotta learn that habla though. I'm from Texas and I know like no Spanish. It's pretty sad to be honest with you. We were like forced to learn it where I live. We were like forced to learn Spanish and I don't remember any of it. All right, guys. So here's the situation on the board right now. Otaku is up 1 map to none. They took the first map, Hanamura, very decisively. Baders now choosing Nepal. They end up going down 2 maps in Nepal, but winning the 3rd. So if they lose here, they are done. That is it. So let's start things off. PR Joker comes in very strong. He ends up taking out Wispy Sunny Pines, but immediately Otaku responds, taking out X Defines. So that's 1 tank out for the side of Otaku. Or I'm sorry, for the side of Baders, that's 1 tank out. Shit coming on strong, taking Wild Tiger. Silent responding, taking out Gunbro. They are coming for blood here. It is all red right now in the kill feed as I say that.
Yeah, we see a big compositional difference from the last time they played this map. Before we saw them have a lot of long range with the Soldier and the McCree. Now we see them coming out with the Genji and the Tracer, but we have the same result though, a big team fight win from Otaku.
It was. Now we got Osek kind of separating them out. They're going to play this from both sides. Osek coming in from behind on that Winston. He's going to be spreading the damage out. Dizzy Lizzy is up front. He ended up taking out PR Joker, but not before PR Joker could take 1 out of theirs. Shit coming in strong with that Pulse Bomb. Does get 2. Wispy picks up a 3rd, and here comes Dizzy. He's got that tactical vision up. He finishes off Enigma, and then Wild Tiger taking out Wispy, but Schick finishing off Wild Tiger. That's going to end all hopes that Bader had to get to the point this round. Or this push, I guess.
Yeah, Baders came off strong there. I think we got the first pick or 2, but ultimately Dizzy was able to use his ultimate and win that team fight for him.
They definitely worked. Here he goes, guys. We got PR Joker. A little bit of presence on the point. Immediately gets snipped out by Schick. Schick stays over there, put the presence down over there. Wispy, Sunny Pines, and Hojin, both with their defensive ults up from Otaku. So they're going to have to use them before it becomes a real problem. There goes the breakdown out of Hojin, right as I said it. Schick finishes off PR. The Dragon Blade is out for Baders. He doesn't pick up anybody from it. Wispy, Sunny Pines ends up taking out X Defines. So the Monkey and the Zarya are now out of play for Baders, so they are in a lot of trouble now. Enigma does take out Shiki, but it's not going to be enough for Baders to be able to get through and take any percentage of this match here.
Yeah, I really want to see Baders take a different approach. They keep coming at them from this right side here for Baders and fighting at long range. It's just not working for them. I want to see them go through the big health pack room on the other side of the map and try to get behind us.
Well, here we go, man. This is some ult usage coming out. It is gonna be coming down to the wire. PR Joker coming on strong through that Graviton Surge as he got 3 picks. Hojin, Silent, and Dizzy all dropping Defines on that monkey, finishing off Schick. There goes JHP chiming in on the Zenyatta side of the house for Baiters as he finishes off Wispy Sunny Pines. It's Gunbro on the Lucio, ends up knocking out Osek, and that is going to be a fight finally in favor of Baiters.
Yeah, big Zarya all coming out there from Wild Tiger. Comboed with Defines on the Winston. He was doing a lot of AoE damage into that Gravity Surge.
Right, so now we got 99% from Otaku, so Bader's going to have to be very, very cautious with how they move forward in this. Enigma does get the first pick as he takes out Wispy Sunny Pines. Immediately, though, we see some action coming out of Otaku as Silent and Schick both combined for 2 picks. Here comes the Tactical Visor out, but he ends up getting taken out before he can get any kills from that. Defines on that monkey, finishing him off. Osek immediately responding, getting the Genji out, so no Genji on the field for Bader's, and the point is currently being taken by Otaku. A lot of trouble gonna be happening here unless they can get something defensive going out of Baiters. Monkey immediately jumping to point. There goes the Pulse Bomb out of Schick. He ends up picking up 1 as he takes out Gunbro. Here comes the Dragon Blade from Enigma. This could be the answer they need. They take out Hojin. They get Schick. They're gonna be able to defend this point. They've got Wispy Sunny Pines on the run. Enigma ends up finishing him off with the Shurikens, and they're gonna push him back to the graveyard, guys. Baiters, great hold, 2016.
Yeah, I really want to point out right there, a smart decision from Joker. He allowed the point to get halfway captured without going in because he would have had to go in alone, but he smartly waits for his teammates to come in and help him out, and they were able to win the fight.
Right, they definitely do. So Otaku taking the big kind of health pack area over there to the far right, coming in from behind. Osek gets a quick pick onto JHB. This could swing things their way. Breakdown coming out from Otaku leading into this team fight. Osek picks another one up. Graviton Surge from Otaku. They've got him. They're going to be able to take it. This could be it. PR trying to get in there and cause some damage. Pulse Bomb ends up missing everybody. Schick ends up finishing him off. Enigma is on the point to contest. Transcendence coming out from both sides. Just enough to stall for Defines get in. Here comes the Tactical Visor from Dizzy. He's raining out the bullets. Defines ends up dropping. JHV picks off Osek, but it's not going to be enough. It's all red as Schick, Dizzy, Hojin, and Silent combined for 3 kills. Overtime timer's ticking down, and that's it. Otaku taking map number 2, and they take it 2-0 over Baiters. We're moving on to our last match of the night between Baiters and Untitled.
Play of the match.
Yeah, Otaku finishes up the night 2-0, and they really showed an impressive performance both times. They faced some tough opponents, but they were able to come out ahead. They nearly finished this one off with the flawless victory until Baiters was able to take that last map.
Right, they definitely were. Here we saw a great play which led to the initial keep of that point that you were just talking about, the one that left them going unflawless there. So Bader's doing a very good job against a very strong Otaku team. Like I said, I didn't know which way this one was going to slide. I know Vegas kind of gave Bader's a 2-1 victory over Otaku, but hey, guess Otaku made you eat
guess,
that one,
man.
huh?
It was just a guess. I had no basis for it at all, but it was still a fun match to watch. GG's to both teams. They both played really well.
Well, you know Silent's not going to let you live down that prediction.
Oh, whatever, man. Whatever.
All right, guys. So last one up is going to be Untitled versus Baiters. The map pool for this last match is looking something like this. They're going to start out on Kings Row, which we have not seen tonight. The loser is going to decide map number 2, and it is going to be between Eichenwald and the Lijiang Tower. So 2 other maps we haven't seen tonight. So what a way to end the night. Definitely some maps that we have not seen yet, but we have seen Baiters already once, so that is something that's going to stay a little bit consistent for us here. Untitled, another team that was undefeated, I think, in the OGCC. I'd have to pull up the standings, but they did very, very well in the standings along with Baiters. So we'll see how this kind of plays out between the 2 of them. I know both of them have very, very strong rosters.
Yeah, I'm excited to see this next match on Kings Row. We're probably going to... I'm not actually sure what we're going to see coming out from Baiters. We saw a lot of versatility from them. They were making a lot of swaps, so they could surprise us with pretty much anything.
They definitely could. I mean, they might not have shown their full hand just yet, so look to see something coming out. Hopefully, Baiters does have more in the tank, you know? They just took a loss 0-2, and that's a bit of a sting. you know, you got to take into account how they're going to come into this game. They've got to keep their heads up. They can't, you know, dwell on what happened. Otaku is a very strong team to go against, so you definitely can't beat yourself up about it.
Yeah, if they can come out here and start strong, though, the sting of that loss will just disappear instantly, and they'll be right back in it.
Right. If I mean if they get defense here on King's Row and they full hold, that right there could turn the entire tide of everything that's going on. So we'll have to see kind of how it flows. We're gonna know something based off basically the first couple pushes. So very interested to see what happens between these two teams. I'm actually pulling up the OGCC standings right now, and I'll give you guys a little bit of a rundown on what you've seen tonight and yesterday, for that matter, while we're waiting on these teams to come in. So give me just a second to pull these up, and I will let you know. So, in the OGCC standings, we've got 5 Mics who we saw play yesterday under the new name because they got picked up by an organization. So they got sponsored. They are now Synergy. They were sitting at 15-2. Cryptic Void Gaming, which is another one we saw yesterday, they finished the OGCC season at 8-5. Now, some of you might be asking, what is the OGCC? Well, the OGCC, basically, if I had to break it down, it's basically like game battles, kind of like MLG. You set your own times, you set your own schedule, you challenge who you want, you accept challenges that you want, or deny them. So that's where that sits as far as the OGCC. Now that you've got a little background on that, by the way, anybody can join it. So if you've got a team of friends or team of people that you can somewhat tolerate, throw them together, get with us. We'll give you a link to the Discord. You can join up into the OGCC, and you can make your way into the Gauntlet just like these teams are. Now, you're asking yourself, what's the Gauntlet, Gozy? Well, the Gauntlet is the access point to the Premier League. Premier League is a paid league. You know, you win a prize at the end of the tunnel if you can complete the season and be number 1. You win a cash prize. Next season is going to be huge. So keep that in mind, guys. It's only going to go up from there as well. Now, the OGCC, those guys feed into the Gauntlet. They end up having to play the last place guys from the Premier League. So if you're in the Premier League, your spot's not safe if you don't make the playoffs. You got the potential to be bumped out of the Premier League by some of these OGCC teams as long as they make it through the Gauntlet to go against you and beat you in the Gauntlet. So again, 5 Mics, they were sitting at 15-2. Cryptic Void, they were 8-5. We saw Elite Gaming yesterday. They were 7-7 coming into the Gauntlet. Now we're seeing Untitled and Baiters. So Untitled was 6-1. Baiters was 5-0. We've seen Swim Team as well tonight. They were sitting at 5-1. And Otaku, who went 2-0 tonight, they were sitting at 4-2. So kind of a mixed bag of what you get. Otaku, a very strong team, but they just didn't play a ton of matches coming in. They elected to take their time to kind of practice and mold themselves as a team better. Untitled and Baiters, both new teams, as well as Swim Team. So very good matches out of both of those teams, as well as Swim Team. Props and congratulations to all teams all around for being able to make it into the first ever Gauntlet hosted here by the Overguard. What do you guys think of the setup? I know some of you probably aren't in the Overguard. Some of you viewers, you know, you're new to the Overguard. What do you guys think of that? Is that something that's pretty cool? I think it is, and I hope you guys do too. We do this all for you guys, and we appreciate all the viewership, all the support that we get. We can't do it without you. We love you guys, and that's why we put on the show. And we're getting some word here on what's going to happen with this next match here. Vegas, are you at all knowing what's going on?
Yeah,
are we just waiting to get them on friends list, or?
Yeah, I'm trying to find them.
Gotcha.
They're responsive. They're in the Discord, so like,
okay,
we're good to go on that front. It's just a matter of getting one of these guys to show up on my friends list.
I see. Well, let's see if I got any of them. I don't think I do though. No, I definitely do not. So that's all on you, buddy. Have fun with that one.
I'm working on it. Man.
All right, so since we're working on that, I'm going to get again over here with our streamer, and he is going to put up the video again for you guys. Those that missed it, it's trending very well on YouTube and very well in the Reddit community. So we're going to put that video up for you guys for y'all's viewing pleasure. This is something we do in our free time. We cut clips from the last tournament and put them in this one. So if you're looking to be getting some exposure and get your your name out there, what a better way than to play in the Overguard. You can get your name out there, get in some videos, you know, be on stream. Very cool stuff. So whenever we get that thing ready, I'm going to let you know, and we're going to kick it straight to that. We do have a tournament coming up November 26th. It is going to be an Xbox tournament. It is powered by Battlefy and sponsored by Control Freak. Control Freak, they're going to be giving out grips, thumbsticks to the first 3 teams that place. Each person is going to get 1 set of grips, 1 set of thumbsticks, and they're also going to get a cash prize on top of that. So very cool stuff. Be ready for that. Once again, that is going to be on the 26th for the Xbox. We already had our PlayStation one. We do appreciate you guys standing by here and waiting. Video hype says DefSick. Hey DefSick, I just noticed you're in here. I saw you in another stream we were in earlier today. Thank you for stopping by. We are going to cut to the video right now, guys. Just give us a couple seconds, and it will be up all...
Heart on fire. Set my heart afire.
Up, we see the graviton. Here comes the pulse bomb. She throws it in and they're down.
That was beautiful.
Set my heart on fire.
Welcome back. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I know I did. That was brought to you by the staff of the Overguard, and we enjoyed doing it. We love taking y'all's clips and putting it out there for you guys to see in a very pretty format, so to say. So we're going to be kicking off into the final match of the night, guys, from between Untitled and Baiters. Map pool is going to consist of Kings Row. Then it's going to be Eichenwald or Lijiang Tower. The loser of the first match is going to get the choice between the 2 of them. And once again, this is going to be our last and final night. Then we're going to recap kind of what happened before you guys didn't get it, or if you guys didn't get in here. We're going to go through the first 3 matches of the night and let you know kind of what happened, what you might have missed. The VOD is going to be available, so you'll be able to see it, but might as well hear kind of what happened. YouTube is live. We are adding content to it as we speak, so be sure to check that out. It is www.youtube.com/theoverguard. Make sure to go over there, check out all the videos, hit some subscribes for all the updated content, as well as, since you're on the Twitch channel, make sure to smash that follow button. You're gonna want to, because we've got epic stuff coming up for all you console players. It is gonna be amazing. Do we know if the teams have chosen sides yet, Mr. Dirty Vegas?
No, we don't. No. They're on the right side. No, because because Bader's kit was already here. There's no fair way to choose sides. So it's just wherever they fell coming into the lobby. So that's how we're gonna do it. But of course, as always, the loser of the first map will get to decide the next map and what side they would like. So we'll go from there. But it looks like we are waiting for one person from Baiters to get back into the lobby, and yeah, here he is. And we'll be on our way.
Let's kick this thing off. right, for those of you that don't know, my name is Gozy. I'm joined here by Mr. Hawkeye. Mr. Hawkeye, say hi.
Hello, everyone. How's it going, all you Overguardians out there?
And that's Hawkeye. We've also got Mr. Dirty Vegas. He's the one kind of coordinating how all the matches go through. That is him right there. And we do have a man behind the scenes who remains anonymous.
His name's Sociovex.
Okay.
I had to get mine out there too, Cozy. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
If
that one wasn't me that time.
One too.
Yeah, that one wasn't me. It's a little bit of an inside joke. Some of you guys won't understand it, but it is quite funny on our end. We love doing it. It gives us some decent entertainment for sure. All right, Kings Row. Kings Row. This is the first time we're going to see it tonight. We've already seen Baiters once. Now we're going to see them again. Untitled is another team that we haven't seen yet, but they are making their Overguard debut here for you guys for your viewing pleasure. So lubricate those eyeballs, get them ready to go. It's going to be happening.
Our anonymous streamer saying, this is why we can't have nice things. We have nice things. We have all of you that tune in.
Yeah, we have nice things.
Wow.
Gozy just breaks them with
Right.
poor accents. So let's kick things off, guys.
Terrible,
Untitled
man.
versus Baiters. Baiters is going to be in the blue. They are going to be on the defense first. The offense is Untitled. Lineup is a Genji being played by a Purple Panda. Barnacle 101 sitting on that Reinhardt. Buff Bastion not playing a Bastion. He's on a Lucio, so very much false advertising. XI Ace, so we're going to call that guy Ace, is on that Reaper. Then we got Next Horrible. Jesus, with your names, guys, is on the Ana. We got K-Slims on the Zarya. The defending team, you know them, we've seen them. We got PR Joker on the McCree, Wild Tiger on the Zarya, X Defines on the Reinhardt, JHP on the Zenyatta. We got Gunbro on the Lucio, and the Soldier being played by Enigma. First pick is going to go to PR Joker on the McCree. He takes out Barnacle 101, so the Reinhardt out of the mix here. He ends up getting picked himself, though, and making a trip to the graveyard. He's coming back right now. Next pick is going to go to Enigma. He does play for Baiters. He finishes off the Lucio and gets him out. Buff Bastion is no longer buff. He's been deflated. Purple Panda takes out Enigma. PR Joker takes out Exonerable. And now we see Wild Tiger and PR Joker combined for 3 kills. PR Joker picking up 2 out of those 3. Wild Tiger immediately answering, getting K-Slims. PR Joker couldn't let him have the upper hand. He goes and deflates Buff Bastion once more.
A huge plays coming out of the tail end of that fight from Joker and Wild Tiger. They were pretty much the only 2 left for Baiters, but they were able to take out 4 from Untitled on their own.
Right. So we're going to see a little bit of ult starting to come up now. We got Purple Panda. He's already got the Dragon Blade. He busted out. He's on the hunt for a little bit of Zenyatta. He ends up not taking him out. He gets some help from K-Slims. He ends up getting taken out by PR Joker in return, though. Exonerable finishes off X Defines. Here goes the High Noon in the back by PR Joker. He gets a 3-piece. Enigma finishes off a 4th, and it's all blue in the kill feed. Baiters is punishing Untitled at this point. They've got somebody trapped in the hotel, and they make him clean the sheets. K-Slims sent to the graveyard.
A huge ult coming out from the McCree right there. Picking up 3, I think, maybe 4.
You got 3 on that one, right.
Yeah, really stopping that offensive right in its tracks.
Right, definitely was. Untitled looking a bit unmatched here as Baiters just holding a very stone solid defense. Untitled is taking the route through the hotel. They get caught up in a Graviton Surge. Big Earth Shatter coming in from Baiters. They start wiping them up. Ace is the last one alive. Are they going to finish him? They let him live. They show some mercy. Good on you, Baiters. Let's get some Dorito chips in the chat, guys. Baiters with the huge plays right now. Assert dominance.
Yeah, we're seeing the ultimates from Baiters come into play right here. They're definitely making the most of them.
They really are. Now we got Untitled making their way a little bit more cautiously. Breakdown coming out for Baiters to negate a little bit of the damage that's going to come from them being stuck inside that Graviton Surge. And they pop the Transcendence out as well. Untitled ends up getting 2 picked off right off the bat. Here comes the Nano Boosted Ace, which is the Reaper Beyblade action in full effect, but it makes no impact. He gets one kill out of it before he gets taken out by Wild Tiger. Very, very strong defense by Baiters. Everything that Untitled's thrown at him, it's been negated.
Yeah, Baiters is really taken over these last 3 pushes using their ultimates. Right now, they only have Jokers, who's come back up. He was the first one to use his. He's the only one that has it right now. Actually, Enigma just kissed his up as I'm saying that.
Well, PR Joker got in the back again. He's done it once. He's done it twice. High Noon really changing the way this gameplay goes. He picks up a 3-piece, 2 with the High Noon, 1 with the Revolver. Wild Tiger finishes off 1 more. And remember, guys, I said Baiters wanted to come out and get a full hold. That's what's going to happen. I'm calling it right now. Enigma finishing off Buff Bastion. In charges Barnacle. Graviton Surge coming out from Baiters. It misses everybody, but it was a good scare tactic to say the least. Enigma getting a 2-piece right there. Finishing off Barnacle and Purple Panda. He also assists with Wild Tiger's kill on K-Slims. That's a full hold for Baiters. Better ult usage wins the day.
Yeah, that ult usage really was immaculate from Baiters right there. They were using 1 or 2 every single push, and there was just no answer from Untitled.
All right, guys, we are going to switch it up between these two teams. We're going to get an offense being played by the defense and a defense being played by the offense. Are you confused? You shouldn't be, because I'm going to break it down for you. We got Baiters switching off. They're going to be on the offense this time, and they've got a Symmetra in their lineup, but that's not going to stick. I just called it so that you would think about it. Untitled now on the defense. We got Exonerable coming out on the Lucio. He played the Ana last time. K-Slims, he was on the Zarya last time. He looks like he might play on that McCree. A Purple Panda might come out on the Zarya. Barnacle on the Reinhardt. Buff Bastion sitting on the Zarya, and we got Ace back on to the Reaper. They're starting to make their way out right now, so that's the lineup you guys are going to see.
My ultimate is charging.
I really want to see Buff Bastion bring out the Bastion at some point. Right now we got Wild Tiger, though, just kind of teasing us with the Bastion of his own.
It would be comical if they came out just for 1 push on this lineup. I had a comp game the other day where we thought somebody was throwing, so we all just decided to throw. Comically, it wasn't like we were being, you know, mean or anything. We're all in chat, and it was all for fun, and we ended up winning. We ended up winning the first point here on King's Row with no tanks and no healers, so it can be done. Just depends on what you kind of throw out, who gets the first picks off. So let's take a look at that offensive line that's going to be coming out for Baiters. They've got 5 seconds to lock it in, and I'm sure majority of it is locked. Gunsbro is sitting on that Lucio. JHB on the Ana. We got PR Joker looking for the first pick on the Widow, then probably going to change off. Z Wild Tiger is sitting on that Zarya. X Defiance on the Reinhardt. Enigma on the Genji. First pick is going to go to Baiters as we see PR Joker light him up with that Widowmaker. Big pick, taking out Buff Bastion, who is on that Zenyatta. So that's 1 support now down for Untitled. The Baiters making their way now to the point. They're starting the timer going their way. Barnacle Boy charges in there, gets a pin onto Defiance, but pays the price. He ends up getting taken out by Purple Panda. Ace finishes off PR Joker. It is back and forth, guys, between Untitled and Baiters here. Enigma, the latest kill, taking out K-Slims. Buff Bastion is back in the mix. He's raining out some orbs. Purple Panda takes out Enigma, and that's gonna be it for that push coming out of Baiters. They're gonna have to regroup.
Yeah, Baiters was able to get that first pick on the Zenyatta, but they weren't able to take the subsequent team fight. Now, Untitled has a small ult charge advantage. They don't have anything up yet, but they will be getting theirs first, it looks like.
They might just. We got some people in the chat questioning my play skills. How dare you, sir? What? Go check me out. I'm going to get back to calling the game and ignore you guys. No, I'm just kidding, guys. I love all you. But I am going to get back to the commentary. We do see some kills coming out of the side of Baiters as Wild Tiger gets up a 2-piece. Defiance picks up 1. Gunbro. Don't know why we got an Ana boosted Lucio, but he is putting in the work. PR Joker finishes off Exonerable, and this is going to be a 1-map win for Baiters. Congratulations on taking map number 1. They had to come out strong, and they did. They did it. Good job, Baiters.
Yeah, it was really all thanks to that Ana boosted Lucio there at the end, though.
Yeah, it definitely was. That was the play of the game.
In the chat.
Right. Definitely getting some Doritos for that gentleman right there.
So up next, guys, it's going to be a toss-up, a choice, if you will, between Eichenwald and Lijiang Tower. Both maps I really want to see tonight. So I think no matter what happens, we're going to see some good play here from Faders and Untitled.
Definitely, definitely. What do you look to see there, Mr. Hawkeye from MASH?
I'm actually a big fan of both of those maps. I've not played a whole lot of Eichenwald because I haven't played too much of Season 2, but it's a really fun map. And then Lijiang is probably my favorite of the assault maps. Or not assault,
all right, well,
but,
I mean, you might get your choice here. They are going to go to Lijiang, so we're going to see a King of the Hill over. I kind of wish we saw Eichenwald, though. I mean, we haven't seen that one in forever, so
yeah, it doesn't get
I'm happy with Lijiang, though.
In OW draft, I noticed very few teams feel comfortable, I think, but you know, I really think it's that first chokehold can really be a coin toss. You never know what's going to happen there. At least with a map like Lijiang Tower, you've got 3 resets. You've got 3 different styles of play, so a little bit safer, I think, to go Lijiang than Eichenwald.
I think so. I think I will agree with you on that one. What do you guys think, Twitch chat? Do you think Eichenwald or do you think Lijiang? Obviously, they pick Lijiang, but what do you guys think?
Stats on the screen. I don't know if
Woo!
you noticed.
Gozy stats!
Gozy stats.
Wait, where were they?
They were.
Was it on the stream?
Man. Yeah,
oh,
yeah.
I think we had a little bit of payback from our streamer. I think that's what just happened.
Our anonymous streamer.
I'm gonna have to mail you anthrax now. That's gonna have to happen.
Oh, man,
just kidding, guys. Yeah, I know that. Dude, no, that's.
Listen. I don't know if you people know this, but about 100 of these viewers are the NSA. Like, that's just.
Right. They're all after me. It's some about deportation. I don't know what it is.
Every time you yell out Tracer Bomb, you get a point on your record.
Oh man, you guys aren't gonna let me let that one go.
No,
I swear.
No, not at all.
All right, deep breaths. Woosah.
Let's get this
8
going,
seconds
though, man. Starting
up, guys, between these 2 titans of teams, Untitled and Baiters. Baiters with a commanding victory on the first map, which was King's Row. Full hold into a first cap victory. They're going to be coming out, making their way out. Their lineups right now are irrelevant. No, I'm just kidding. They are very relevant. K-Slim's on that McCree, getting the first pick on the PR Joker, who is also on McCree. So 2 Cowboys, a tale of the West. And we get one picking up the kill over the other. Obviously, high noon, showdown, you gotta have one walk away, right? Untitled's lineup is looking like this. We got PR Joker sitting on the McCree, JHV sitting on the Ana. We got Wild Tiger rocking out on that Diva, Enigma sitting out on Sombra. He switched it off to Genji though. Kind of threw me for a little bit of a loop there. It's Gunbro on the Lucio, and we got X Defines on the Monkey Man himself. Bader's lineup, on the other hand, is looking quite tasty as we see Ace sitting on that Reaper. We got Purple Panda, who's in a lot of bit of trouble right now on the Roadhog. K-Slim's on the McCree, Exhonorable sitting on the Lucio, Barnacle on that Reinhardt, and Buff Bastion on the Zenyatta. Buff Bastion already picking up a kill, taking one out of the fight for Untitled right there. So very good pick, but they are pushed back here. PR Joker. Right. We might need to. I'm not really.
No, we do.
Okay.
Yeah, there we go.
I didn't look at it.
No,
not gonna lie to you.
Yeah. Untitled is
Baiters is red right now, and Untitled is blue.
Yeah.
So Baiters, guys, they've got 2 ults up right now. We're gonna see Guns Bros coming up very, very shortly. For the side of Untitled, we do have 2 up, almost 3. We're gonna see Purple Pandas come up right now. Exhonorable. Here comes an Ana boost and a high noon onto PR Joker. He picks up a 2-piece, getting K-Slims and Purple Panda. He finishes off Barnacle since he's got the Studley Nana boost, and then Enigma finishing off Ace. That is a very commanding victory there for the side of Baiters, or Untitled. Or no, that was Baiters.
Or Baiters.
Yeah,
or Untitled.
Or Baiters or Untitled. Or Baiters.
Baiters
It's a
makes
toss-up.
a good
You guys
push with
decide.
their ultimates.
You name them what you want. We'll call them Proud Pants and Team Blue.
Oh, Proud Pants. I really want a team to enter under the name
As
Trap
Trap
Fans.
Fans.
I love it. For those that don't know, and none of you would know, we were running a test stream, and we had a team in there that we didn't know what their name was, so we just called them Trap Fans. And it worked out. It was really fun.
Yeah, it did. It did. So back to the action here. We got Baders coming in. They've got their Lucio ult up immediately as that trickles off. They come in with their Zenyatta to hold it down. Barnacle swinging around, going Hasselhoff as he finishes off Exafons. Here goes the tactical visor out of the Baders side of the house. He doesn't get anybody with it. High Noon in the back, but he gets buffed by Buff Bastion. Wax on, wax off. He's in the graveyard. K-Slims finishing off JHV, and that's going to be it for the side of Baders. Untitled very strong here. Very strong.
Yeah, they had the ult advantage and they used it to capture this point back. They still have one ult to 0 of Baders. So let's look for them to try to hold on right here for the finish.
Right, they're going to have to hold strong. They've only got 5% remaining, so one more push, and they'll be the victors of this map, and they need it since they are down a map. Overtime timer is ticking down, so this could be it. Purple Panda goes whole hog, gets taken out by Wild Tiger, but ends up getting a pick on the PR. So 1-1 right now, but K-Slims and Barnacle look to even that out as they finish off Define. It's all blue in the kill feed. Wild Tiger evens it out, taking out K-Slim, but it's still in favor of Untitled. Overtime timer is done. That's it. That's over. First map on Lijiang is going in favor of Untitled.
Yeah, Barnacle really had a big impact on that last fight. I don't know if you got it on stream. I think he did. But he got like 3 or 4 on his own. Well, not on his own, of course, but got a 4-piece with the help of his teammates.
All right, so map 2 coming up. Let's see if Untitled can ride the wave of victory into this map, or if they're going to fall a map to Baders and let them start making their way back into the game.
Look at this.
Once again, Untitled
here
does need it.
In the chat asking, are the Baders all masters? Sir, they're all grandmasters. So take it for what you will. Apparently the name comes from Heroes of the Storm. I don't believe it, but you know.
All right, we will go with that. Both teams making their way out of their spawn points, electing to take the very dangerous over-the-bridge technique here. And they both have the Reinhardt on the field. For the side of Untitled, we do see a Reaper. They've also got the Roadhog still out there. K-Slim sitting on that McCree. Exhonorable on the Lucio, and they've still got Buff Bastion on the Zenyatta. First pick is going to go in favor of Baders, though, as Enigma takes out Ace. K-Slims immediately equalizing the field, taking out Gunsbro. And the point is live. Baders taking the first percentages right now, as we see Untitled in a little bit of retreat mode, waiting for their teammate to come back.
Yeah, Baders really positioned themselves well there to start that fight out. They were able to take the middle point while Untitled was still all grouped up on the bridge, and they really had no chances of contest.
They really didn't, and now we're going to see an aggressive push out of Baders as they lead across the bridge, getting 2 picks. JHV and Enigma taking out K-Slims and Barnacle. Very good play for them. They've got to get aggressive, keep them off the point, keep them on their heels a little bit, and keep them guessing as to what's going to happen.
Oh, Coco just joined us. Welcome,
Coco.
Cloud. Thanks
Joined
for,
us where?
Thanks for tuning in, man. In the Twitch, man. He just started watching. Yeah.
Lock up your kids. Lock up your daughters. Coco's in the house.
Swaggy Coco.
The guy is a monster, man. Here comes the High Noon from PR Joker. See how many he can get with it. He is kind of at a disadvantage. He ends up getting nobody as he was blocked a little bit by line of sight issues. Don't know if that was actually the move that he should have made, but he made it. So let's not second guess the man. Barnacle does fall to Gunsbro. He charges in, doesn't get the pin off. Here comes a little bit of Ana boost action. They do not get much from it. Defines takes out Purple Panda. Defines with his ult up. We got JHV also with his ult up. It's still all red. Baders very dominant in their gameplay here.
Yeah, Baders really hasn't vaulted at all yet in this map. They had the ult advantage. Now there's a few ults coming up for Untitled. So they're going to have to try to make a play here. They're really running out of time, though.
They very much are. We see 85% now on the clock for Baders and 0% on the side of Untitled. We get the dinging already going down, and we get the breakdown coming from Untitled, leading into this team fight, but they are met with a Graviton Surge immediately. They get their Transcendence out to kind of negate some of that, but the High Noon goes off. Let's see if they can get anything. No, they do not touch the point. They forfeit that one. Baders takes map number 2 here on Lijiang.
Yeah, Bader's was able to use that Zarya ult to hold him off the point there long enough to get the win. They weren't even able to trigger the overtime.
Right, so what you're saying is some very good ult placement, just like we've seen already from Bader's, leads to their victory.
Yeah, the biggest thing for Bader's that game that led to their victory was seriously just body positioning. They didn't even have to fight because they were holding Untitled like out of the area completely. I don't think Barnacle on that Reinhardt was ever able to even hit a single person the entire game.
No, I think every time he charged in, he went tumbling to his death. Pretty sure that's what happened. So very good play from Bader's. This is down to 1-1 now between Untitled and Bader's. Bader's taking map number 1 on King's Row. Both teams filling in on this third map here on Lijiang. PR Joker taking a lot of damage from the start for Bader's. He ends up backing off, getting a little bit of heal. He's full health. We got Enigma on the side, flanking around with that soldier, putting out some damage, keeping the defense split a little bit here. And I say defense, I mean, there's not really a defense, but you know what I'm saying, since they are already on the point. Point is unlocked, and it is going all blue right now. Immediately, we are going to see Bader's coming in to contest that as Enigma finishes off Buff Bastion. Ace immediately retaliating, taking him out. PR Joker down and into the graveyard. Enigma onto Barnacle. Again, they are taking that Reinhardt out of the play. That is the kind of plays you need. You don't want that shield up there. You gotta get it out. We see Ace in the back on the Tracer, put some pressure on the back line, although it's not too effective at the moment. Enigma and JHV combined for 2 more kills. Point is in favor of Bader's now.
Yeah, this time Untitled was able to take that first capture point, unlike last game where they weren't able to get to it at all. But eventually, Bader's was able to take that team fight and take it back.
Right, I mean, it's all about the placement, just like you said. They were flanking around, they were coming through the sides. They were hitting from all angles. You don't want to just fire into the Reinhardt shield. The key is to get him down, get the shield out of the way, and focus on a little bit of them squishies. Am I right?
Exactly. Now we're seeing some ults come up though from both teams, so we could see this change here soon.
I don't know if we will though. I mean, they do have a lot of strong ults up, but again, we do see Bader's coming in with the strong, quick picks coming in. They just pinned out Barnacle and finished him off, so very crucial. But a Purple Panda turns the tides, taking Defines out immediately though. Red in the kill feed as Wild Tiger and PR Joker combined for 3 kills, and it is all ult city for Bader's.
That's right. We're about to have 12 ults available for this next fight, though. Everyone on both teams is getting close or already has it. I would have liked to see a little bit more assertiveness from Untitled. That they had a ult advantage when they started out, but since they were just complacent and didn't really go in immediately, Bader's was able to get theirs before the fight.
Well, let's see what happens. We had PR Joker up top. He had the high noon. They were sitting in the Graviton. It was like shooting fish in a barrel. He ended up picking up 3, and then he takes out 2 more. I think that was a team kill. What do we do for team kills? We bring the gong. Let's get it.
Here we go. Here we
go. Bring
go.
it on. It's too late. You can't do it now.
No, I'm sorry.
You missed your chance.
My phone was too
All right,
slow,
guys.
man.
Sorry.
I really wanted
Blame
it.
Hawk. He's terrible. Back to the action. Bader's still on the point. Here comes the breakdown out of Untitled. Immediately gets a response out of Bader's as they get a breakdown of their own. Both teams meeting in the middle right here. Defines, Earth Shatters, gets them all pinned. Here comes the Transcendence out of Untitled, keeping his team alive, but one guy already falling. Enigma taking out Ace. So that's a Roadhog down. Big ult coming in the back as we got another high noon coming out of PR Joker. He usually is pretty good, but he doesn't get anything with it. It's all Reinhardt shield, but that's all right. JHV immediately responding, taking out Barnacle. PR gets it back as he takes out K-Slims, Enigma, Wild Tiger, and JHV, combining for 3 more kills, and Bader takes map number 3 here on Lijiang Tower.
Yeah, Bader's this is a really close match, but Bader's has the small advantage, I think. They're able to win these team fights when they don't have ults, and then they're able to use their ults a little bit better when they do have them.
Alright. So we're into another map here on Lijiang. We're back to the start where we were. This one was won by Bader's the first time we saw it, and they are currently holding a 2-1 map lean their direction for Lijiang. And they also hold 1 map over Untitled. They took King's Row very decisively with a full hold and then a first point cap. very quickly. I think it was within a push or two that they had it. Lineups are coming out of the spawn point. Untitled is your blue team. Ace is coming out on that Roadhog. They're both electing to go over the bridge once again. Would have loved to see a Pharah right there. Poop one of them off. Purple Panda is back onto that Soldier. We see K-Slims on the McCree. Exonerable on the Lucio. Barnacle on that Reinhardt and Buff Bastion coming out on that Zenyatta. First kill is going to go in favor of Untitled as Barnacle swings his hammer and finishes off Defiance. Got to win your 1Bs, brah. PR Joker takes out Barnacle in return, though, so didn't win all of his 1Bs. PR Joker finishes off Ace and Enigma's turret. That's right, I said turret was taken out. Enigma is sitting on the Torbjorn. Just as surprised as we are. Trust me.
Is this
Joker.
the first Torbjorn we've seen in the league match?
First Torbjorn we have seen on the Overguard here.
Thank you,
So let me call
Enigma.
this lineup here for baiters. You guys are going to have some fun with this one. So we got McCree being played by PR Joker. Very strong McCree. JHB coming out with that Zenyatta. We got Wild Tiger on the Zarya. Enigma with the Torbjorn. And then Gunsbro coming out on the Lucio and Defiant sitting on that Reinhardt. They are playing the protect the turret game right now. And it is quite effective as they have backed off Entitled. What do you think of the Torbjorn?
So far, it's working out for him. It was doing a little bit of damage on that first push, and now Enigma's managed to get his ult up with it. And once he uses that, it's going to be extremely effective.
Very much so. We do have a high noon coming in out of the back from PR Joker. Once again, he has been very effective with it. Don't know if he's really going to get much on it as the whole team was caught behind a Reinhardt shield. He ends up picking up one as he takes up K-Slims. And then we got the Torbjorn chiming in. He finishes off Buff Bastion. He ends up getting taken out by the Roadhog Ace. But hey, he got a kill. That's all that matters. He's got his ult up as well. So be ready for some screaming Torbjorn here in a minute as he calls his ult up. Here comes the big ult from Baiters as they've got them all caught. They could have got a great boop there. Instead, they only lose one in the mix. Ace falling off the map. Wild Tiger, very good placement with that Zarya ult.
Yeah, he really tried to pull him off the bridge right there, but it didn't quite work out.
I'm not sure what we're seeing right here, but I think Untitled is done for here as they are just falling off the map. They do know they don't have parachutes, right?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know exactly what happened. Were they booped up, or did they just
No, I think
there?
they suicide.
Yeah.
They wanted to get another push in, so
yeah, they wanted to save the time for the push.
well,
right?
ultimately, I mean, it's
though.
not going to do much
Yeah.
for them, though. Bader's coming out very strong. They end up finishing off the remainder, and the only one to make it to the point was the Lucio. He was dealt with very quickly by PR, and that's it, guys. That's map number 4 in the bag. And it takes a 3-1 victory over Baiters, or for Baiters, and Baiters taking a 2-0 victory over Untitled. So that is the last map of the night, guys. Last match, rather, of the night. This is a big high noon coming out. He picks up a 3-piece, then he follows up, finishing off the Zenyatta, and he goes whole ham here, finishing off one more. That's right, I said whole ham for McCree, because we know he eats bacon with his breakfast.
Of course.
McCree, he's a cowboy. Come on, guys. Stick with me.
So we now see that Torbjorn actually has the highest win rate of any hero in the Overguard, with a 100% win rate.
100% win rate. Good job for pulling that one out, Enigma. All right, guys. So that is actually all the matches for tonight. So we're going to give you a rundown of what happened for those of you that were not here. And stick with us. It's not going to be too long-winded. I'm going to try to make it as quick as I can. Sinful versus Swim Team was the first match of the night. Sinful, very strong coming in against Swim Team. And I want to say Swim Team ended up taking that one, didn't they? Cricket.
I believe so.
I think so.
So
I
Sinful
think
and very
they got
good
it.
strong. I'm pretty sure they took that one pretty well. Otaku ended up taking out Sinful with a vicious show of superiority. And then Otaku versus Baiters, we saw Otaku take a 2-0 victory over Baiters. And then we saw Untitled versus Baiters. Baiters coming out strong against Untitled, taking a 2-0 victory.
strong.
They responded very well against Untitled, even though they lost very badly against Otaku. Very good team, Otaku and Baiters. So don't take anything away from them on that one. They did very well tonight. That is all that we got here at the Overguard. Guess what we got next weekend? That's right, tournament. Xbox tournament. November 26th, it's going to roll out. If you've got an Xbox team and you want to get into it, be in our Discord and be ready for the announcement. We are going to link you guys out for the initial. That way you guys can kind of get a jump on any team that might come from any social media advertisement. That way you guys can secure some quick positioning into the tournament so you don't get locked out at all. It is going to be an open tournament, so get 6 guys together and come join us. It is powered by Battlefy and sponsored by Control Freak, and they are giving out for the top 3, or I'm sorry, for the top 2 placing teams, you will get grips and thumbsticks as well as a cash prize. For the 3rd place team, you are going to get grips and thumbsticks. So either way, it is all win, and you get the experience of playing in some league play. We do have a lot of great Xbox teams coming out. It's going to be almost a debut for the most part for 90% of them, I would probably say here. We're going to see some old faces that we've already seen and some new ones. So I'm quite stoked. I'll be commentating it. I think Hawkeye might be there. I don't know if he's got an Xbox, but we might see him. We're going to have Mr. Dirty Vegas there as well. And we're going to have one more. So that's it from the Overguard. My name is Gozy, and I am signing out.
All right, bye everyone.